if it's just a local like guild. It's obviously there's some symbology going on there, but you're not entirely certain what it is.
Okay.
So you stupid.
Symbology is not a word.
It's bricks.
What's the symbology of this here murder? Symbolism. The word you're looking for is symbolism. Willem Dafoe from Boondock Saints. It's like one of his greatest lines ever.
Duffy, you're sideways. What the fuck?
You know,
loving it.
The
It's
best
awesome.
part about Duffy's video feed is that it kind of slowly shifts generally. So like every now and then I look over and I'm just looking at his fucking ceiling.
I'm working on it.
They're just a little different. Sometimes it's like avalanches going on. Sometimes we get his underboob. Sometimes
You never know.
And I have to
You never know.
I have to unlock my phone so I can see you guys.
It's like a box of chocolates.
The best thing that you can do at this point is just stop showing Alec like different parts of your house.
He's gonna take it with him to make a sandwich in like half an hour. We're gonna see the inside of your fridge.
Duffy,
Yes.
why are you sitting on towels?
So the people came out.
Do you know how long it took me to harvest these towels in these woods?
Yeah, the people came out of that tavern right there that I'm pinging.
And we
Oh
can
my god, it
see
took me
like
so long just to load
the,
this fucking
these
map.
are enemies here that we can see.
Yes, those are groups of enemies that you can see, and the other ones that are not, like this guy up here, you can't see him, but you can hear clamor coming from that direction.
Okay. So and the only
Actually,
buildings of. Sorry,
Pierce
go ahead.
can see them because he climbed up a water pipe. And
he's like
down,
screaming down at us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of noise going on in this town. There's lots of metal clanking, and you hear joyous laughter and screams of people. It's not fun.
Can you? I'm sorry, just because it was 2 weeks ago. Why are we here again? I know we found the map, but like we're trying to get to this like central area. The keep.
You were actually sent to warn Greenest that this attack was coming.
Okay, so
We were too late.
we have failed at that.
Too much.
But
And so then
We still
I
need to
was
get,
like, I'm gonna go and try to save people because I'm a paladin,
yep,
and basically
I remember
dragged you
that
all
part.
in here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
take the
salaried.
library.
I'm salaried, so yes. But we're trying to
Are
get to
we
number one.
The wheelie
right?
boy.
Yeah, trying to get to the keep
That is
there.
that
That
is
was
the keep. Yeah,
That
the
was
central keep.
where I wanted to get to at least.
So I would like to shimmy down my trade pipe.
Okay. Consider yourself shimmied.
So
Halt kind.
okay, can we
Halt
fight
kind
through? Can we find a way through?
Halt kind sirs.
Hold.
Halt kind sirs. Yes. There is a small river to the left of us. I suggest we avoid this nuisance and make haste through this quiet area to our destination.
So you
Not enough of those words were
can
wrong.
See, that is.
There's a
actually
small ocean.
Yeah, I forgot I'm
Yeah,
an idiot.
I got you.
Cool.
Avast.
Sorry, Brendan, you were narrating.
I was just, as Pierce's character was saying, he narrates to you the vastness and locality of the nearest ocean, which is coursing through the southern part. Actually, as he said, the left part of this town. As you can see to the left, there's a ocean coursing through that you would. He's recommending that you walk through.
Okay. I think Akamenos has a good idea here, so
I've surveyed the battlefield.
we can sneak
Works
up
for
to the
me.
keep along the river.
Sebo
It's for me
agrees.
if that's where we're going.
All right.
If this is our destination, there's no
Boogie.
point in engaging this. Yes.
So how do you want to move west around the house and then south, or do you want to move south around the
Can I
house and
ping?
then
Can we
west?
ping also, or how did that
Yes,
pinging
if-
thing work?
All you do is hold your clicker on.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
We're gonna abuse this
shit.
immediately.
West and then south, I would say.
Yeah, west and then south.
Like around the house. Wait, wasn't there a door that opened? Oh, that was where people were coming out.
So west,
And then south.
and then as
We're
you
peeking around that
To the tree
corner.
line. No, wait.
as you move to the west,
To the wood
um,
line.
as you get close towards that house, this group of marauders comes running towards you, but you can see that they're actually chasing after a woman, an injured man, and 2 children.
I mean, I just turned to you guys and I'm like, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you
by
know.
nature, I need to intervene. I have to do something. I have to
You
help
know.
these people.
What are the appearance of these citizens? What are they dressed in? And
The woman is dressed in what you would assume to be local garb. It is a basic tunic of a nice deep blue, good boots, a little tattered and dirty. Her hair is a little unkempt. Obviously, she didn't have time to really put it up, as she is dragging her what you would imagine to be 7 and 8-year-old children along with her, as the man is limping with a spear. She herself is carrying. Oh, where'd you go? She's also carrying a spear, and while they're making relatively good speed, you can kind of see that the marauders are not really chasing to drag them down. They're kind of enjoying this right now.
Enjoying fucking with them.
Just like the pillaging.
Yeah, they're just having a bunch of fun right now.
Sure.
All right, bros.
I would like to scoot into the alleyway.
Okay. With that, let me bring us to. Let me pull
Get
up
my icon in here.
a local
Wait,
map.
so are we like breaking off into 2 groups then?
No, I think we're all still right here, basically. Some of us are here.
I don't think
Pierce is
so
like here.
my logic
okay.
is that this is not our concern. And this is something that happened, and it was out of our control, and it's bigger than us right now. We need to focus on the mission. And so I assume everyone is following me to the tree line.
Okay.
And so I dodge into the behind this, I'll pin it because I can. I start moving toward there, expecting people are following me.
Okay. Bashir is not following you. Specifically, Bashir is squared up in the middle of the road and is like holding his glaive, and I'm assuming the marauders aren't going to catch up to them before they get to us, right?
No, they
Okay.
will. The people will get there before.
So I
you.
basically strolled out into the middle of the road, and I'm standing there just like really thinking a lot about how cool I am.
But I'm with you though, Alec.
Okay, Isaac is also with me,
So
and I'm thinking about how cool I look compared to Isaac.
God, you're just so cool.
It's so fucking
You look
cool.
great.
I'm the prettiest dragonborn. I'm the strongest dragonborn.
I just
So
want
let
you
me
to call
go
me
ahead
Smooth.
May as well be the
Can you call me
smartest
Smooth
too.
Skin?
reveal this to the right of the map. I'm making a small map over here. It's
Oh, I just
not
got kicked out.
It's crudely drawn, but
That was weird. I'm coming back in. I'm back in.
there you go. So you're there. Sibo, you're also going to be there.
Yes, I will.
Okay, and then Isaac, you said you're going to be there as well.
Sorry, I just installed Firefox because Chrome was fucking this computer up, and now everything is
great.
loading perfectly.
Pierce, you're ducking down the alleyway. You actually all have control of your characters.
Pierce, did you make that guy?
No, I just Googled
Oh, okay.
tiefling. Yeah, tiefling pixel. Tiefling pixel.
Nice.
Pelagius and Leah, where would you like to be at the start of this?
I'm gonna hang back, but closer than Ace is. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like in between, like figuring out if I want to help them and if I don't want to get myself killed. So like,
So-
I'm gonna see what's gonna go on.
I'll put you guys here. Feel free to move yourself where you feel comfortable being at the start of this.
just like at that wagon right there.
Perf. And then Linen, where are you
I
at?
thought that was a tank, not a wagon. That's a wagon.
It's a wagon.
Appears to be a wagon.
Wagon makes
tank.
more sense.
I think it's a cart.
Pretty sure that's an
I
M1
don't know.
Abram. It's the most advanced tank in the world. The only tank in the world that can move and fire at the same time.
Roll for
I mean,
perception.
you thought so, but
Is that perception or deception?
go ahead, roll a bluff check, and then behind them, got.
Is this little Zelda-looking lady our civilians?
Yeah, she's the one that's being chased.
Okay, so cool.
Let me just see here.
Okay, cool.
Pierce's first question: are there any drain pipes on this building? Or...
Man, we need to talk about your gutter system.
Tieflings are arboreal by nature. They can't help themselves. They just have to climb something. It's like a nervous tick.
Oh my god.
It's very alarmed by how large that was
Is
initially.
Sibo.
Are you
Okay.
using this rake?
Boss.
Can I just lean this rake up against the building here? Let me get on up here.
He's at the top of it. Just
It actually
sitting
doesn't
on
reach like the
rake.
next windows.
Literally just like
He's doing
standing on the
nothing
very
closer.
tippy top of the rake.
It's very good for his anxiety. I
It's good.
see.
Look, yeah.
The fellow has a lot of trauma to work through.
So the woman
like this.
comes running towards you guys and kind of pulls up like short right here and like looks at you guys kind of nervously. And are you with them?
I tell her to get behind us and we'll protect her.
Oh my goodness!
A
Thank
lot
you.
of
And
dudes.
she brings her kids and runs over here. As
Thank
the
you. Give
rest
that man your gold.
of these lizard-like creatures make their way towards you.
They're not slowing down.
Um,
Okay.
and
we have
let's
turn
go
order?
ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh shit, guys!
Do we know what these lizard creatures are?
You can go ahead and roll a check on them.
What
See if
what should
you-
we roll for, and what would it be?
You could either do nature or
I have no nature.
Let me see here. What are different checks that you could do?
I have. So wait, are we rolling for initiative right now, or are we rolling to discover what these things are?
So I guess first go ahead, roll for initiative,
Okay.
and then we can roll to discover what they are.
14.
I got 16.
If you could put them into chat for me, so I can get the turn order ready to go.
So we add our
Nothing-
initiative plus also to that.
Correct.
Oh, shoot.
Where's that?
Where is Chad?
It's
at?
right by armor class, kind of towards the
Oh,
yeah,
under
okay,
proficiency.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I gotta change mine then.
Can you delete messages? No.
No, I'll just
Is this on
know that it's
D&D
the wrong
Beyond?
one.
Okay.
No, this is on roll 20.
The armor.
Feel free to click the button at the top right of roll 20.
Who?
Me? Huh?
Isaac.
Trying to find where the chat. There it is. Okay.
Ooh, what was that? Wham.
Things.
Bwom. You can give yourself your health points if you want. If you click your character and click the little settings cog, You can fill in bar 1, like 12 out of 12 is what I am, if you want to display your health.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what mine is.
It's probably on your character sheet.
Yeah, but I have to.
Nub.
Duffy's having a rough go over there.
And yet, still an improvement of 2 skill.
Yes.
I cannot wait for my computer to be done.
Yeah, you need to build that, bro.
Yeah,
It
if
sucks
you
you
would
got
have
sick.
started.
I was gonna start it today.
And then he got nervous.
I got nervous, but then I got home and I did dishes, and then I did some laundry.
Dishes.
What? Where
Who's
did my
doing
player
dishes when you
go?
got a computer to build?
That's a good
Okay.
question.
Somebody responsibility.
So first to act is Bashir.
Ooh.
So you can go
Sure.
ahead.
This is only fitting as this was your idea. But we're all here for you. We're rooting
Thanks.
for you.
Thanks, man.
You're doing great.
There's 8 of them, by the way.
But so you can roll either a history or nature or survival to try to identify.
Oh, I have a good survival. I have +3 on that, so I guess I'll give it a roll. That's an 8, boys.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you know that these are kobolds, and that's
Okay.
pretty much all that you know about them.
Okay. I've seen them before, but that's about it, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so now I have to decide what to do because there's a fucking shitload of kobolds. Yeah, this is like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move 5. Oh, Brendan, the 2 tiles. I'm like,
Oh,
I disappear under that one.
yeah. Let
He's
me.
phase shifting.
There you
I
go.
phase shift through the tile.
It's a layering issue, you know.
And I'm going to use Dragon Breath. It's a 15-foot cone. So I think that lets me possibly hit most of them, right?
Yeah, what are the tile?
So a cone
I don't know
would
how the cone
be-
works.
It moves in a out like that, so it goes 15 feet out, and then in fact, let's go ahead and look up. In fact, we'll do a 15-foot cone, 5e, and I'll drop a little thing.
Would it be like that?
Boom.
Let me see here.
How many feet are each tile from?
They're each 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. I don't know, like, what is it supposed to be like a 45 degree or something?
Yeah, it's a 45 degrees, so from
Okay, so
5,
it should-
10, 15 in front of you, so here.
Shit.
Okay.
That's a little bit too big.
is
It's
it
not
too big?
Each
Okay.
one is, not each one is 5 feet. But
Trying to delete
here,
it all.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you would go 5 feet out to like right there,
Okay.
and then it would be.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
That
do
would
I like
be-
hit this guy and this guy?
You can change the direction of it. If you were to go straight ahead, that's what you would hit.
I see.
But you can arc it in a different way. Like if you were to.
That's okay. I'll just try to burn these 3 in the middle. That seems reasonable.
Because you could
That's
also.
as many as they're gonna hit anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can hit more, right?
Right. I think so.
Okay.
Cool. Go ahead.
I'm gonna.
So how does your breath weapon? Work?
It is 2d6. It's a dex save of DC 12.
Okay. Ooh, they make their dex save.
Okay, it's
fuck
half
those
damage
guys.
on success. It says
Okay.
so. They'll take half of 2d6.
So go ahead, roll your damage.
6. And I guess I won't count that one, but it was a 6.
because it was bad.
1. I should have counted it.
It was negative.
It was a
It literally was a 6.
Darn. Okay. So yeah, those 3 of them take your fire right to the face, and they kobold noises as they're burning.
These kobolds being attacked by bees.
Oh, I have to mention, by the way, right before I do it, I yell, "Fuck these kids," and then just breathe fire all over them.
Good.
Jolly good, Paladin. I knew you had it in you. Let yourself go.
Those kids have been officially fucked, and they steady themselves. It's not the first time that they've been set on fire.
Not the first time they've been steadily fucked.
All right, that's my turn.
That brings us.
I hope not.
Oh.
Do you know what health they have?
Nope.
You do know how much health they have.
But do you, as a DM, reveal if they're bloodied or if they're crippled or anything like that to give us hints, or no?
Like close to death.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This one, they have, Emily, which is worse, 1st or 3rd degree burns?
3rd degree.
Okay, they are just covered in 3rd degree burns.
They're
Alright,
crispy.
Mhm.
Extra
Yeah.
crispy.
They real crispy.
Extra crispy.
That's a quippy thing.
The 3 of them are still standing because, they're kobolds. They obviously they've been working with a dragon, so they're used to being burned, but they're not happy. They're not looking great.
You can't feel anything when you have 3rd degree burns, so they're not really in pain. They just crispy.
Well, the parts of them that aren't 3rd
Please
degree
stop.
burns are definitely in pain.
All right, nurse knowledge going away.
God.
All right.
Sibo?
Sibo, at this distance, yells words of encouragement. As,
I am the
goes and-
bard here, Steve-O. I will
He's just
do
like,
the
man.
encouraging.
those guys are getting really fucked, and I try to grant him a boon with my words of encouragement.
Why am I even here? I don't even know anymore.
What is it that you're?
Play a song. Play
Yes,
a song.
Illusion is my current spell, so I'm like,
Let me
a
take a
minor
look
illusion.
at your character, Sibo Fabblestaff.
So each square is 5 feet or no?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
and I just kind of fucked around with my guy, and I ended up here once I realized that's what that meant.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that comfortable where you would have wanted to be if you had known the mechanics of everything?
It is now. I'm going to accept it.
Okay, cool.
also, does everybody know the magic of the Q button
The
on
key-
Roll20?
Only
When you
Overwatch.
pick up your character and then you press Q while you're still holding your character icon, you can press Q and see how far you are traveling with your current direction, your current path.
Oh, that's dope.
And if
Mhm.
you
Oh,
press Q
shit.
again, it will stop where you've pressed Q, and then you can drag again, and you can see if you're moving around something. Like if I have to move around this wagon, I could drag it and then press Q and then press it helps you see how far you're moving.
That's dope.
Oh wait,
That
I
is
didn't
dope.
actually mean to move.
Oh, what?
So,
That way we can see compared to what our movement is.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's pretty neat.
Why won't it do it
Very neat.
anymore?
you did it too many times. It's on
You
cooldown.
broke it. Yeah.
No, now it just moves my character. What happened?
So, Sibo, I do see that you have a sling in your
Oh,
inventory,
yes, I
which
forgot about the sling.
has a range of 30, 120. Does anyone know what the 2 numbers mean for a ranged attack?
Yes. The first one is the normal, and the second one is far range, right? No?
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice.
I read,
Wait.
did some reading.
I am very proud of you for having done that. Thank you. The far range means that you can make an attack up to that distance, but you'd be at a disadvantage. So a disadvantage means that you
Roll 2 d20s and take the lower.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were looking for
Oh, I didn't
like
know
an
that was
answer
a
from the
question.
crowd.
I was like,
I was like, what happened to Mike?
I thought
Yeah,
you froze,
so-
and I was like, "Oh shit, what happened?"
I remembered the sling. So, so who's crispy again? Those guys?
I will orange up the crispy guys.
Yeah.
Extra crispy.
Extra
Also,
crispy.
I was
There you go.
over
Those
here.
three guys are orange, and there's actually still like trail of fire in the cone on the ground.
Could
Not
I hit
all-
this lad right here? Is
5,
he in
10,
on top of
15,
the
20.
cart?
Yes, he is on top of the cart, and yes, you
Okay.
can hit him. He's not hiding in it.
Okay. So I roll. He is within 20. So is that the ultra range?
He's within 30 of you, which I believe your sling range, your normal range
Yeah.
is 30, so you can hit him at a normal attack.
And that's just 1d20.
That is correct.
Cool. I'm
Plus
about to
your
sling.
attack modifier.
So I go here. Take this. Damn kobold. 15.
15. Did you roll a 15, or is it 15 plus the 3 that you have?
I rolled a 15.
Okay, so for an attack that you are using a weapon you're proficient with, in this case the sling, on your D&D Beyond sheet, it does it for you. It's you add specific modifiers because you're good with using a sling. So you would add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus. So if you
Okay.
roll a 15, you would add the 3 to it, so you'd actually get an 18.
So dexterity. My dexterity says +1,
Correct?
and then the fuck. Okay.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna
as
take
a-
what you're saying. So I rolled an 18. then.
If you click on your character sheet under the actions tab, under attack, if you click on the sub tab there, you'll see your sling is sit right there, and it has the information next to it. Range of 30
Oh, okay. So
/
and then
DC
+3.
Yep, and so that is already calculating your dexterity because it's a ranged weapon. It uses your dexterity, like using a bow and arrow. It's a very dexterous attack as opposed to using a mace or something. And then because you're level 1, you just have a proficiency bonus of +2. So whenever you use something that you are proficient with, you get that bonus modifier. So they take out the difficulty of it and they just math it out for you and give you the +3 right there. So whenever you attack with your sling, you get +3 for whatever you roll. And that also, by the way,
So
is
now-
for the rest of you as well. Just unique for yourself.
Okay, so I rolled an 18. What's next?
It hits. That's what happens.
And
So go
so I
ahead
gotta
and
do
roll your
a
damage.
1d4.
Yep, and then you add +1 because that is your dexterity modifier.
I don't know if this thing came with a d4.
It's the pyramid,
It's the
like
pyramid
triangle.
one.
Yeah, how do you read that one from?
It's whatever's on the bottom.
Or the top, depending on how your die are.
Situation.
Is it the triangle?
It's yes.
Yes. It's the one with 4 sides.
So roll it, and it'll be, at least with mine, it's whichever number's on the bottom.
I see what
Mhm.
I see what you're talking about now. Because
Yeah.
it has like a 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
2, 4, 1.
So
Demon. Oh, a 4.
There you go.
all right, so 5
you
damage.
deal.
Oh, so that's how that lands.
You come
Cool.
popping out here, and you sling your sling, and you clock him right in the temple, and he drops into the cart, and he does not get back up.
Woo!
Nice.
Positive KD. That's how gnome rolls.
I see that happen on the corner of my eye, and I yell, "Fuck yeah, bro!"
Wow.
And that
It all
would
dawns
you like
on
to
you
move-
that Bashir's a total bro.
That is a
Total
gnomish
bro.
shriek you hear.
I love that.
Sibo, you've done your action for this turn, so you have the opportunity for movement or a bonus action if you can take or want to take either of those.
And what does a bonus action consist of?
It consists
Like, can I
of
sling,
unique
sling
things.
again?
No, unfortunately, unless Unless it's a specific thing that says that you can use it as a bonus action, like some spells are bonus actions. Bardic Inspiration, I believe, can be a one of those. If you have 2-weapon fighting and you're wielding 2 light weapons, you can use your bonus action to attack with your offhand without using a modifier. It's a specific thing that you can use. In fact, there's a tab that says bonus action, and you don't have anything besides 2-weapon fighting. So that ends your turn.
Oh, okay. I can't move. I was gonna move.
You can move, absolutely. I'm so sorry.
Okay, because Sibo feels just thrilled at this action, so I'm gonna rush forward into combat.
I'm
don't know how far-
participating.
I'm helpful.
Quick job
I
helping.
shall join you. There we go.
Sibo had
Help
some
him
real
making that
misgivings
voice
before
work.
this. I think
Let's
I've got
do
a
it,
real knack
Sibo.
for this, guys.
Fuck these kids.
Sibo ends his turn.
Ends his
Alright.
turn. Leah,
Yeah.
you up?
All
I'm
right.
mute.
Yeah, I'm still working on Sibo's voice there.
This isn't a library.
I know, but I feel compelled to help since, I kind of need them alive in order to get more knowledge, so I might help. Okay, so I can move 30 feet because I want to move first, right?
If you want to.
Okay, so I can move like over here then because that's 29.2 feet.
So the way it
Dang.
works in
Or no.
5th edition is each one of these squares is 5 feet, and moving a direct square on a cross counts as 5, but using diagonals is a 5, 10, 5, 10 pattern. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can move to right here.
I want to not be. Okay, so question. Because in my spell, it says, I batter all creatures within 10 feet. Does that include my party members? Are they included as creatures or no?
Yes. What is the
They are
spell?
included as it's Arms of Hadar.
Can you
Because I batter all creatures within 10 feet.
let me read that one real quick because I've never seen Arms of Hadar before.
It's a pretty
Arms
badass
of-
spell, I'm not going to lie.
You invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Yep, that does include your
Battering
everything.
ram.
Well,
Yep.
shit. Can I get anywhere
And
that I'm not going to kill any of my counterparts? No, can't get that close.
Not and also hit them.
Yeah. Not at this time. You'd have to be like right
I mean,
here.
you can
in order to
Eldritch
do that.
Blast a motherfucker.
Yeah.
How to
Alright.
Eldritch Blast.
Or crossbow a motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess I still want to move though, so that way I can do it on my next hit if everyone's still alive. So I'm still gonna move, and I'll just Eldritch Blast one of them.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. So I can
I mean,
move
you
like.
don't even technically
here.
need to move. Eldritch
I know.
Blast has a 120-foot range.
I know, but I want to use the Arms of Hadar if they're all still alive. If we go around again,
Got it.
so I can move to like here, on top of him.
You can
5.
not share. What size? You're both
I was-
medium size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't end your turn on the same spot as like another person. You can move through a party member without taking a difficult terrain modifier, which just means that it would require 2 movement to get through it as
Yeah.
opposed to just 1. So, sorry, but you can move through them.
So I can.
You can be
I
like,
can move like
here, or here. You can go exactly right there.
or can I get up there or no?
Yeah, you can. You can move on diagonals. You can move through people because you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can do the
30.
diag and finish 30 right there.
Okay, so I'll go right there, and then I'll hit. I can't point now. Cool. That one.
That one? All right.
With
so,
my- Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. So,
My.
yep, it's roll a d20 and add your ranged attack modifier, which is +5.
So I rolled a
Which
1. So that's great. So 6.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Winning.
Good stuff.
Critical fail.
You need to do a percentile roll on this one. Okay. It just goes shooting out like through, like you managed to miss every single one in like a line down here, and it goes the full 120-foot distance and then fizzles.
Winning.
Hell yeah. What does your
I got
character say
range.
after that happens?
You are very, very
Yeah, what does
fortunate.
Leah say?
Real
Leah
fucking
say.
pissed. I'm like, what the flying fuck, man? I have better aim than that.
Bashir
That's
just goes,
bullshit.
nice.
Some bullshit.
Cool. That brings us to Akamenos, hiding in the shadows.
Hiding in the shadows.
Let's go hide.
I would like. My turn's going to be very boring. I would like to. So it's Q.
You gonna climb a drain pipe? And watch us
No,
all
I'm
die?
going to go. I'm going to continue to go around.
He's tied a series of rakes together to get to the roof.
Wait.
So the Q thing is actually based on the total screen, not on the map that I dropped. So it's not the most accurate. So if you
Boo.
could just use the representation that each one of these squares is 5 feet.
That's not as much fun.
That
And
sucks, dude. So I was like here.
Yeah, you were there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm like about here.
Perfect.
Lame.
That's the end of my
Bye.
thing.
You kind of look like a pharaoh from here.
You can, for your
can
actions to
dash.
take, you can dash and use your movement
Oh,
a
that's
second
right.
time.
So I can use dash and then I can go 60 feet. So
Yeah.
That is correct.
5, 10.
Do y'all have a dash move?
Off the map.
Yep.
Are you going on
Everyone
the
has a
map?
dash move, yes.
So
You
I'm
can
like
use
right
it instead of
here.
attacking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you're gonna watch us die from down there. Cool. beans.
I'm watching you engage. I do not know
Fail.
you that well.
I
I
am
figured
just,
you were
like,
still
going.
making your way to the tree line, honestly.
Oh no, I'm not
expecting you to
booking
be
it
like,
to the
and
tree
I
line.
dash closer to the trees and off the
Dash
map.
bye.
I
You're
know
like,
that
"Alright."
there is something going down, but I also know what my advantages are, and it is not engaging head on.
Okay.
So I will watch from this corner. That's it. That's my turn.
All right,
That's,
cool.
that's a good turn. Roland, yup.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna move.
Kill one. Kill him.
So we can move. How many feet from?
How many feet does
What
your
is your
shoe say?
character movement?
Your speed.
The speed.
I think yours was like 35 or something higher than us.
Really?
No, I don't even remember.
Well, that's much better.
Do I have a speed?
Sure do.
Yes.
You should.
Top right corner, bro. It says
35,
walking.
35. So which one? One of these guys? I don't see any indications that they're burned.
Oh, for some reason that's gone. Let me just do
I
that
marked them up.
again.
The ones with little orange dots are burnt.
I'm not seeing
Oh.
orange dots on my
The
screen.
DM
I'm
can
not
put,
seeing
or
orange.
yeah, you
Oh.
can put like little. He can put little
Oh.
icons on them.
I see like little dashes on them. Can you make a bigger dot?
There we go.
Like more
Okay,
like
sorry,
third
I didn't
degree
make them
burns.
big enough. I'm
They-
zoomed in.
they
I'm
crispy.
zoomed in really close, so they looked big to me.
We all don't have like 3 giant screens.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
You could still
go
zoom
5,
in.
10, 15. I'll go
It's
here.
a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Oh, you like
Thank
up?
you. I'm gonna
You
do
up
an
in there.
unarmed strike.
Hey!
Unarmed strike on this guy.
Which guy?
The burnt
The
dude?
one directly to my what would be in front of me.
The burnt dude.
Winding up for an epic bitch slap, just like like open palm. Like
He's running up there like this.
We go for the fake high five and then just get him right in the gut.
like Hulk Hogan used to do, like,
Yo, high five, bro.
or Donkey Kong in Super Smash
Just
Bros.
charge up the DK smash right here.
Yeah, there we go. Coming up as
Go ahead.
There it
DK.
is. There it is.
So,
DK,
I wanna
DK
tap.
that motherfucker.
DK.
And
Donkey Kong.
so I can
DK
I'm
Donkey
gonna
Kong.
roll my dexterity because it's higher than my strength.
So your unarmed strike is a +6 because it is your dexterity modifier
Yeah.
plus. Yeah.
And I can roll
Which-
a d4, but I don't know why I would do that as opposed to a d20. Because I guess I could.
No, you don't roll a d4. You roll a d20 to see if you hit,
If
and
you
then
hit
the
'em.
damage would be based off your d4.
Okay.
Yep. So all skill checks and combat checks and save are all based off of a 20-sided die. And then once you are proven to have done something successfully or not, then the other dice come in to determine various damages that are done from it.
It's really easy to tell who did their homework and who didn't.
Yeah, well.
Yeah?
Very
Anyone
easy.
surprised by Isaac not reading?
I got
He
5.
has it in front of him. So what'd you roll?
I got a 5.
And then you add your
The dexterity.
Is unarmed
Plus
always strength?
your unarmed strike. So you roll in a total of 11, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
Why are you unarmed?
He's a monk.
Because I'm a monk. That's what
He's a
I'm
monk.
proficient in. Although
You don't
I
even have
He has
Like a
strong
I have a
staff
short
hands.
sword, but I mean, the short
Which-
sword does as much damage.
No, it does more
as my unarmed
damage.
strike.
It's a
Then
than just like bitch
1d6
slapping somebody.
instead of a 1d4, doesn't it?
His
Is that how that
unarmed
works?
strike is it's a 1d4 plus 4
Yeah.
damage.
Short sword is
Oh.
1d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
he
should
also,
be
if he
stabbing fools.
makes an attack with his unarmed strike, he can then use his bonus action to do a second unarmed strike
Oh, cool.
if he
Okay.
connects.
Awesome.
It's a monk thing. He's
But it
better.
also says, like, is a short sword a monk weapon? Is that considered a monk weapon?
It is not.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So I'd want to stick with unarmed.
hmm Let me see here.
Pierce, what number drink is that?
Pearson is tiny martinis.
Right, it's like baby
They
martinis.
aim them off to the side.
You get the wind up going. You're like, I'm gonna come get you, and you just, poof, and you just like,
High five him.
he just kind of sidesteps really quickly because you
Like it's
and you
epic high five.
High
He's
five him.
bigger, faster, stronger
Puts his
too.
hand
He's the
out,
first member of the
steals high
DK
five
crew.
from you.
Roland,
We
Monkey Kong.
all
That's
suck. We all can't
disappointing.
hit anybody. This is great.
But it's a cool moment though. Like,
Yeah, it looked really
it looks
cool.
pretty sweet.
It was
In fact,
a attack.
as you punch past him, like everything kind of stops on the battlefield, and then like a whoosh of air comes off of your like really charged up punch, and like rumples
You guys
like
see
past
that? You guys see that?
flaps and everything, and then like
we go into like bullet time for a second. It's like
mhm.
I like it.
Bashir gets like so excited. He's so excited to see this kobold get his fucking head punched off, and then it's just the biggest disappointment.
Yeah. I'm literally just laughing at you.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
So moving on, Linen comes up to the front here and in an attempt to also take part in this fight because you guys are obviously actually helping her for the most part. She makes an attack with her spear against the kobold in front of her. And while she's able to connect, it doesn't seem like she's able to penetrate the leather armor of this kobold. And she kind of spits right on them.
But at least she actually hit him.
And that
More
brings
than
us
any of
to
us.
Pelagius.
all right. So
Ooh.
Pelagius like figures that
We just need a war too.
but Bashir's next in order after these dudes, right? Yeah, so he figures that Bashir being a bro is like a jockey kind of guy, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
would definitely be inspired by some Creed right now. So he starts playing.
My God.
From about 30 feet away, you hear, "That's my fucking song!"
Oh, this is my jam.
And he just starts playing higher. But Pelagius does kind of sound like Scott Stapp when I do it, I realize. So I'm trying to do a perfect cover. And I'm figuring, I mean, you can react to it as Bash as you want, but I think he's fucking digging it, honestly.
Oh, dude, so digging it.
And
Look
he
at this
gets bardic
oil
inspiration.
Like I said, from
my-
across the battlefield, you just hear "That's my fucking song."
Yeah. But
So in case you're not sure what bardic inspiration is, Al,
I am not.
you get an inspiration die, which lasts for 10 minutes. It is 1d6. You can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, and this can be added after seeing the roll but before knowing the outcome.
And I can do it just one time, or I can do it for 10 minutes.
Just one time over the next 10 minutes, which for anyone who's curious, one round in D&D is 6 seconds. So that's 100 rounds of you being inspired.
The rest is combat, for sure.
How long do combats like this normally last? Like, how many times do we go round and round typically?
Until they're dead.
It
Well,
depends.
obviously, but like general length for like this many enemies versus us. Like, how many times should I be expected to like cast a spell? Is my question.
It's
I know
really
it's hard to say.
varied depending on the encounter. This is obviously your first encounter, so I would say a good average amount of time for most encounters is 5 to 7 turns. Boss fights can take up to 12 to 20. Some encounters can be done in as quick as 2 turns.
If we actually hit people. Okay.
Well, there is
So
that
it's
too.
only a couple.
There's a lot of hitting usually.
Not just like
Yeah, like,
high-fiving.
maybe-
I don't just like.
The kobolds aren't worth burning a spell slot, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, your breath can only be used once a day, right? So
I short
you
rest.
burn that one out early.
Yeah, it's a short rest, but yeah,
Oh,
I
a
did
short
kind of blow my load there. I saw them all grouped together and I got excited.
Speaking of
But
blowing,
you done did them good.
speaking of blowing your load, you were listening to this awesome Creed cover, and wait, did you explain what bardic inspiration is?
Yeah.
I did, yes.
Okay, so but I can. I'm like Pelagius figures that's good enough to be standing like walking forward and like entertaining these like warriors into battle. So he's still gonna hang back next to this guy, and I'm just why can't I? Just gonna hang out next to this dude that they're trying to save, and that's my turn.
Okay, cool. And that brings us to the first kobold's turn. So this guy right here is going to attempt to make a ranged attack at Linen over here. And let me pull up Linen. What's your AC? Really quickly. What do you got here? What are you telling me?
Bing.
Ping.
Hits. And it's going to really like clip her real bad. So she is bloodied. And that's his
Bummer.
turn. And then
Rip
the
and
one in front of
pepperoni.
her, after
What kind of
having
range attack was it?
seen
What
her
are
get
they
like
doing?
pretty much concussed by this sling that got at her, he's gonna smile and turtle and try to stab at her with his rapier.
These guys are assholes. I'm
Yeah,
beginning
they
to really
are.
not like these guys.
But
I'm getting way too much joy from this.
he was enjoying it a little bit too much and wasn't actually able to connect. And then the guy behind him, this guy right here who's on fire, is going to try to make a ranged attack at Yulia, because he saw that Eldritch Blast go whizzing past his head and is kind of concerned over the fact that you could do that again. He's already been set on fire. He's not happy about it. And he rolls a 23 to hit.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
That's
right?
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And it deals 3 points of damage to you.
So I go down 3 hit points, right?
That is correct.
How many do you have total?
9.
Ooh,
Rip and pepperoni.
So we
Not
can't. We can't see other people's hit points, but we can see our own.
If you choose to, yeah, you can do that.
We can know other people's hit points.
Okay.
Like that's not metagaming, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It is metagaming, but I'm totally fine with like metagaming because it's fun.
Okay.
Like,
No,
I don't want to make
clearly
this is not Dark Souls, guys. Like,
we're clearly role playing. We're so in these characters. Don't break character ever.
yeah.
You guys aren't doing
my
characters.
campaigns, there's always been like a little bit of
like this.
yeah, a little bit of like, hey, what
so
should I do here? Hey, how are you guys doing? Like, because asking that question is the equivalency of role playing, like looking over and being like, you can see that Sibo has a gash down his chest that is bleeding necrotic ooze, and I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, you can do that, but like, what does
See,
that
that's
mean?
what I
Like,
was thinking too. Like, you can see they're pretty fucked up.
mhm.
Kind of.
Yeah, that
Um,
hurt. That hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, that was a spiked metal
Yeah.
orb that just came and
Yikes.
clipped you like right here in the sternum.
Chest. Man,
It's a good thing it
that's a
didn't hit
bitch.
you in the head, though. Might knock some knowledge out.
Speaking of
All right, frat
Hasn't found a
boy.
library yet, dude.
Books are for
so this
nerds.
guy right here felt the wind come off of that punch and is going to take an attack at you, Roland, with his sling,
Oh.
and he's going to roll a 21 to hit.
Fuck, what is with these
Damn.
guys having
These
good aim?
kobolds, they are fucking.
The fuck?
They are
Some
well,
accurate ass
They are
motherfuckers.
trained under a dragon.
They're warmed up. They are inspired
Good
by
point.
the dragon. They've been on this war hunt
I
for
think these
4
guys are
hours now.
Creed fans. We've got some
Mhm.
Scott Stapp fans in the house.
They've been
I
doing
think I accidentally inspired these kobolds to defeat us, guys.
Creed's too good for them.
You can see that actually they're kind of like one of or two in the back are kind of like bobbing their head a little bit, like they
Like,
get it,
yeah.
they understand. Turns out butt rock actually came from the kobold language.
Anybody who
tearing
says
off,
butt
like-
rock gets my vote.
And it's gonna do 4 points of damage to you there, Roland.
Wow.
That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage, if it matters to anyone. And then this one back here, seeing a very small statured, impressive human being, which is obviously an elf, a gnome, take out his friend. He's going to make an attack against you, Sibo. And he is
Sibo,
going to
no.
roll a 14 to hit.
Wait, so the chick with the spear is fighting, but the dad who was kind of injured is not helping us? He's just like, nah, chilling.
He's standing back with the children.
Cool, bro.
Well, he's injured too, right? He was limping along.
He's limping. He's injured. He's,
Damn,
He's
cut a guy a break. Can a guy get a
You
break?
can be a little bit more sensitive.
We're not
to
ever freaking getting our asses beat. Fuck that.
Come on, man,
So-
help out. We're getting our asses whooped.
She's always saying that he's never spending enough time with them.
When I say 14 to hit, I'm asking if 14 is higher than your armor class.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, let me check.
Oh, I was like, wait, am I being hit again?
No.
Oh, my
You're doing fine.
armor class, I think, is 11.
Okay. So a 14 does hit.
Yeah, it's
so
11.
it is going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it slings a spiked ball towards you.
Sibo regrets these actions.
I was like,
He was
what's that creepy thing?
I like
Lord of the
Sibo's
Rings?
voice. Gollum? Yeah. Yeah, play
it's
Sibo
definitely
like Gollum. My
Uh,
precious health points.
And then this last guy over here, who also is caught on fire, is going to try to take out the Dragonborn
Thank God Bashir get hit.
with 11 to hit.
Are you on our team?
thing. Oh, 11 on the paladin. Come on.
Yeah, that doesn't do shit. Literally just tings off.
He got a lot of fire in his eyes, and it's not really. He just.
You'll have to
can't
do
really-
better than that, nerd.
And speaking of which, top of the round, Bashir.
All right.
Your move.
Do some work, Paladin.
All right. So
God
I'm gonna attack this guy. Wait, is this one hurt at all? I don't remember. This one.
Nope.
Nope.
She didn't hurt him. Okay.
She
I'm
like
gonna-
bounced off him.
I'm gonna
like,
attack
ding.
that guy with my glaive.
Glaive.
Right before I do, I yell to Pell, "Hurry! Play some Foo Fighters," and then my dice goes flying off of the table.
There goes my
And
hero.
I wonder.
Okay, well that's bad. So I'm gonna add some inspiration from the Foo Fighters. Oh, that roll's still bad. 11.
Ooh. I'm really inspired by the Foo Fighters.
Oh wait. I forgot to add my +6. So 17. Sorry.
Thank God.
17 hits.
Did you need to use Bardic then? Like,
Yes.
could you save it?
I don't think so because it would have been 7 + 6. It would have been 13, maybe. I don't.
They have 11 just barely missed, so
It did?
Doesn't,
All right.
does a tie go to the attacker?
I mean, you did use it.
I said I
so-
used it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll
that's
think
fine.
about that better next time, and I'll remember how to play the game next time. Okay, so that hits 1d10 + 4. 8.
Yeah, you come up and you actually like slice him up from underneath, and like it doesn't go all the way through, but like all of his insides just become
Worse.
his outsides, and he like a
Go
wobbly
all the
just
way
falls
through.
over.
I'm just singing along with Pell to Foo
Silence of
Fighters.
the Lambs.
And
just
you
like,
take me higher.
Take this kobold higher.
flaying people.
Yes, just playing Creed to this creature's excruciating
Literally, like it's
death.
over me, blood's pouring on me, and I'm just like, "Ah!"
Take
I'm just right
me.
next to you watching all this happen. I'm covered in cobalt blood.
disturbed.
Oh yeah,
I'm drenched in cobalt blood right now.
I'm gonna have to learn some Stained songs.
Boom.
I need more jock rock.
I'd like to request pro
Some
jam,
pushing
please.
here. There you go.
Can I get some country?
No.
No,
You can get some 7
Nope.
Spanish Angels, and that's the only song I'll allow.
Yeah,
Really
based on who you're
listen.
giving the bardic inspiration, you have to give them different genres of music.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys.
Country.
Yeah, I'll learn a song from every genre that you guys give me.
Emily gets, she
Country.
thinks my tractor's sexy, for sure.
I really want to hear that, actually. Now we're sticking
For
with
some
it.
reason, this bardic inspiration just didn't seem, it fizzled. Weird. I don't understand.
It's not really something you roll for, but we're going to say you rolled a 1 on that one.
Would you like to move and or do a bonus action for this turn?
I have no bonus actions to be done. But
Bonus.
let's see. I will move to here to just kind of get in the way. Actually, here.
Okay.
Do I have do they have to I'm sorry, do they have to disengage for me to like pass by me? Do I have attacks of opportunity yet, or is that a feat, or
Yes, everyone has an attack of opportunity. The
Okay.
way Threatened Zone works in 5th edition is you can move into a controlled zone, which is the squares surrounding you is your control zone. You can move into it no problem, but to move through or out of, if you don't take disengage, incurs an attack of opportunity.
Okay, is my control zone 10 feet because I have a glaive?
No,
No,
it is 5
that's
feet.
there's a feat for that, I think, right? Or something? Okay, so that means I'm going to be here to kind of to make sure that they can't get back to my my little friend who took some shit to the face or something.
Mhm.
This guy right here.
Yep, not Lynan, who took a concussion to the head.
No, I don't actually really care all that much about her. I just really wanted to kill some kobolds.
Cool, Sibo, you are up.
All right, Sibo.
Sibo is feeling another sling attack. Can I bypass Flamey Homie there and go for this one?
Yeah, sure, you got line of sight on him.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm slinging it.
Cool.
With
Roll your
a solid scream, with the solid scream of yeet, we go 15.
15 hits. Did you roll
Nice.
15 or is
Yes.
that plus your 3?
Sibo.
15 then 3, so an 18.
Okay.
It was the same roll I got last time.
I'm only gonna do this a couple more times and then I'm just gonna take whatever you tell me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to remember to
Okay.
add your plus hit.
My
Wait, what do we
shits.
add when we try to hit somebody? The
It
dexterity?
depends.
It depends. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
A 1.
Emily, on your character sheet,
You also have bonuses for
I
that.
have the damage. Yeah, so it's 1d4 plus 1, so 2.
So which guy did you try to hit? This guy back here?
Bing!
Cool, pinged. It pings him. He's been pinged in the dome. It actually hits him right in the nose, and it looks like it breaks his nose. And he like spits out a bunch of blood and mucus.
Oh, he's not happy.
Yeah. No, and
You've done it now, Sibo.
Sibo
really-
flee. Sibo flees. How far can I go?
Approach on this one.
Whatever your speed is the number of squares
Okay.
divided by 5.
Okay, so it's by 5, 5, 10, and then here we go. Sibo's gonna wisen up and not rush in.
Emily, do you see
Rush
that like
out.
+4 and stuff next to your crossbow? That's what you add to
It
your
was the
roll.
Avatar stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
Leah, it is your turn.
The +3.
Oh, so if I do Eldritch Blast, it's +5, whatever I roll.
Yes, because
Yep.
that is your spellcaster bonus. Spell attack
okay.
bonus.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, that flaming asshole that hit me, I'm going after that one.
The
So that
flaming
one.
asshole. That one right
That
there.
one.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's gonna get
Cool.
an Eldritch
Fiery butthole.
Blast.
Allegedly.
Flaming, actually a flaming
Allegedly,
asshole.
Hopefully.
maybe, yeah.
Hopefully. I'll let you know in a minute. I can't see. 15.
Hits.
Good. That asshole.
So now you have to
Pretty
roll a
good.
1d10.
1d10. I gotta find that one. So the
It's
10
probably
is a 0,
green.
right? Yeah.
10 is a 0, yeah.
Yeah. Just checking to make sure I had the right dice. 6.
So a Eldritch Blast comes forth from your hands and fires right at him and implodes directly into his chest, and you can see the necrotic energy actually like dissolve away part of its rib cage and start to like melt and calcify its bones as it is blown out the back like a high velocity round, and it just it dies in a very painful, agonizing scream.
I'm just getting a front row seat now.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. His body is on the ground, like slowly dissolving, and also on fire.
Good. That's my favorite part.
You have movement if you want to.
So, question with because I have like the super long range for it, so I can like look diagonally. So if I wanted to, I could like attack that person next time diagonally because the range is 120 feet, right?
Oh, sure. Any creature within a 120-foot sphere of you is in threatened range
Fair
of
game.
your blast. Yeah,
It's so
Okay,
long,
just
Em. You could be like back here and hit anybody.
easily. You could be here and you could still hit stuff all the way over here. Like that is it's a distance.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll take like a step back.
It's basically
then.
a sniper rifle. It's force damage too, so it's just like you just blasting
Yeah.
holes in motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like a cannon.
I'm gonna move back here. I'm gonna move here. Right?
Hello.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, Emily, you're not nice.
Nice.
You're nice to that. You're nice to him, though, right?
I'm nice to who?
And that brings us to Akamenos.
I mean, nice to see
Okay.
you.
I'm going to move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That puts me about right here.
Banjo. What are you doing? Come here.
Mute your mic, Duff. Between y'all and
Shouldn't you be like here? Because you were here.
Hey,
I
5,
think you
10, 15.
have one more
Yeah,
square.
That's 20 if you
One
want to
more
get right
square?
there.
I would like
Oh.
to. Is there like a window along this?
Oh god.
Like any here?
Yeah, there's conveniently there's a window right here that you can see into.
It's
Great.
convenient.
Can I just
spot.
like? Can I move myself into the building?
Go ahead, give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can open the window.
come
22.
on, Angelina. Oh, easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
you're able to it's latched shut, but you're able to manipulate from the outside like a rocking, like a shuffling on it. This is not your first time you've broken into a place, and so you
Sure.
can like kind of slip in with a stick that you find, and you unhitch it really quickly, and the window swings open for you.
Look for
Yeah,
some
I'm
gold
flicking
in
you
there.
off from afar.
Look for some gold while you're in there.
No, that's great. I think that's.
Wait, Emily, what's your passive perception?
Emily?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
It's on the left, kind of in the middle under senses.
Perception +4. Wait, what?
No, on the left,
Yeah, passive perception. I'm
passive
sorry.
Passive.
perception.
Perception 14.
Okay, yeah, you see him doing this.
Yeah, can I flick him off? Fuck you. Hiding in a
Totally flick him
fucking
off.
window.
I would like to search.
Okay. You go ahead, roll
Fucking
investigation.
money. Looking for fucking money.
Roll some
And
investigation for me.
beer.
Oh damn it!
Hope you find dust.
8.
As you're searching through the darkened house, you see that you're kind of just in like a sitting corner. There's a chair and a small side table that doesn't have any drawers, with a candle. Obviously, it's not lit on it, and you see a mop bucket.
Motherfucker. I think I'm out of actions for the turn, so I'm like I'm rummaging around and I'm like uselessly picking up stuff and like trying to examine them like through the window like a fire outside, being like, God damn it, and then picking up another thing. Fuck, and
You see
throwing
a
it
lot
to
of
the side.
needlepoint and yarn and stuff in this corner. Kind of makes you think that some old lady used to sit here constantly knitting for her grandchildren.
Sure, okay.
If you are inclined to think that.
I am inclined to think many of these things, and I'm disappointed. I'm getting more and more disappointed as I keep searching and coming up empty.
Yep,
Good.
and that ends your turn in disappointment. So Roland, you're up.
Sure.
All right, drenched in the blood of his comrades, I am going to attempt a sweeping leg kick.
Oh,
The same guy that I just whipped. Okay.
The legs.
Kick those people. Kick them.
With the legs. Here we go.
Get them.
Oh fuck, guys! I got a 7.
Yeah. You fell backwards.
You rolled a 7?
No, I rolled a 1 plus my modifier.
No, so you rolled a 1. That's a very different thing than rolling a 7.
So you go to sweep the leg, and you didn't realize that you were standing on like a rock and also a pothole at the same time. So as you like duck down to sweep, you trip on your own leg, kicking the cart next to you, and you fall prone.
Oh, fucking great, dude.
Nice.
So does anyone know what it means to be prone?
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to use like double to get back up, right? Or +5?
You can use
Double?
half of your movement
Half,
to stand back up.
Is a sweeping leg kick an actual like thing you have, Isaac, or were you just like embellishing an unarmed
I
strike?
was just going with the role
Okay.
play.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I was looking for a
with.
spell to be like, what does that do?
Maybe just try to go for the high five again next time.
I'll just try and actually hit him.
DK Donkey Kong.
DK Donkey Kong. Say what? Linen unworried about her concussion, moves in towards this one up here and makes an attack with her spear and connects
because of the
resoundingly.
Get him, girl.
And gets it like right up through the soft palate.
Oh,
and
all right.
drops it to the ground and pulls her spear out.
Nice.
Badass.
Getting it. Badass mom
Mhm.
right there.
Pelagius.
All right, Pelagius. He's still hanging back, but he's gonna like take a look at this one in the back here, behind the guys that are on fire, and he's gonna be you. Hey, you. Your mother was a whore. She sucked cocks at the sailor factory. I know because I was there. And he's gonna use.
I know it was my cock.
I used to be a sailor.
Pelagius cast vicious mockery.
He's casting vicious mockery.
Yeah.
And they have to succeed, right? They have to succeed a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Of 14.
Yeah, with 14.
Cool. So they fail.
Oh, yes. They take 1d4 damage. Psychic damage. It's just too real what they're hearing about their mother. It's a 4. Somebody has mommy
It's
issues.
a murder.
This kobold kind of like peeks its head
Does it
up.
even speak common?
It does enough.
He can do it even if they don't understand it.
Oh, okay.
Even just
Nice.
from his body posture and stuff.
It
He
remembers
just starts
hearing
doing the double cock thing, though. Just to make sure.
a single tear leaks from its eye as it remembers its brood when it was a young kobold, just a mere wormling, as it came home one day to see just 35 different creatures just running a train on its mother.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh,
That poor I feel
oh
bad.
my god. Pelagius knower.
I don't need this imagery.
He just got a read on it.
Onto its It drops its weapon and just kind of like stares at the ground for a little bit, lost in its horrendous memory.
That's fucked.
That's fucked up. Brendan, that's on you. That's fucked up.
And he also, if that wasn't bad enough, he has a disadvantage on the next roll he makes.
Oh, sure as shit he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's turn, and it kind of like shakes its head to remember where it is, and it reaches down to pick up its sling, and its heart just really isn't in it, but it looks over to its left and sees this motherly figure over there, and feeling the misguided anger for not understanding his pain, tries to make an attack at her. And just really just isn't feeling it. He's just way too confused and hurt, and it just goes wide.
I don't want to
Yeah,
kill this
other
guy.
figure.
Can we not kill this guy? He's got mama issues.
Which guy? Got super mama issues. So then this guy right here, having taken a round to the face from Sibo.
Not like I gave it to his mother's face, though.
And tries to make an attack at you, Sibo, and does a 10 hit.
Oh, sweet. I'm good.
Duffy, you.
Cool.
Okay, it's like that was a question.
I got it this time. A little faster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so this guy right here is going to try to take an attack on Bashir because he saw you just eviscerate his buddy, and tries to hit you with his sling and rolls a 10 to do it, and I just know that bounces off.
That yeah.
And it
I
just
literally
bounces
laugh
off.
in its face. Ha! Your
moves
mother was a
over
whore too.
It moves over here away from you because it's like no me gusta. And then this guy right here in front of Demunk is going to take an attack against you at an advantage because you are prone in front of him.
Strike a man while he's down? Come on now.
You're like laying down.
He attacks you with a 19.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, we know that
Damn.
hits.
That hurts.
So that's for like, what's the disadvantage
Face-
do for?
Face in the mud.
He's got a dagger, so it's he does 4 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Oof.
Isaac, you have a really good armor class. God dang.
He's a monk.
Yeah.
If it's
It's the same as mine.
They can add their dexterity for their
Nice.
I'm almost fucking dead.
That makes
I gotta
sense.
hit this next one.
Then what are you
They're
drinking?
So we made a big fresh batch of pomegranate mule today, and we had a 3/4 one left over at the very end of the run, and I took it home because I wanted to put whiskey in it.
Isaac,
So-
what are your
I was
hit
like,
points?
There's got to be something in it.
I'm at 2 right now.
You're at 2?
Damn.
You only
Yeah,
have
I'm
2?
All right.
You're like half
I'm gonna
mostly
move
dead?
over here,
I'm
Mhm.
at 2
and
out of 10.
I walk over.
We're gonna squad wipe our first
wait.
encounter.
I walk over, and I very hard slap him on the ass and say, "It's okay, we play football." And as I do that, he feels 5 points of lay on hands holy energy resonate through his body and gets healed for 5 points.
He just laid some hands on you.
And then I say good
Yeah.
game. I say good game.
Oh, my Discord froze. Uh-oh.
Yo.
My Discord
Yo.
froze. That was weird.
Mirror.
All right, cool.
think
Wasn't
it-
just me.
Oh, it happened to everybody?
Everyone's Discord
everybody
just
just fucking-
That's so weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just heard the
Indulge me
magic
for a moment.
of the ass
Indulge me for a
slap.
moment. I want to see if I can replicate
Discord.
this.
Yeah,
What's
so,
up?
so hard it broke Discord.
So it's me.
That was your
It's
action then,
like the
Alex, that you used?
extension. I just want to see if I can replicate it.
The problem or the ass slap?
Why not
Good
both?
game.
I don't know what Pierce is doing, so
I
I
Sibo,
don't
don't
know.
either. Making
Okay.
another drink?
Yeah.
Making not
Yep.
enough drinks?
I
Well,
just thought it was
Sibo
very
just,
strange. that-
you know, Sibo loves
You-
to sling it.
Did you do something
So-
like right when that happened or something?
So like there's an extension on my headset,
Oh,
and I accidentally pulled it out, and then everyone froze at the exact same time, and I was like,
Oh, that's weird.
very weird
Is that what
trigger.
caused
Let me
it?
see if I can replicate
No,
this.
there's just
Yeah.
no. I mean, there's no reason that should cause it, but
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, I need to see if I can do it again. Yeah.
yeah,
Curiosity got to that's me. All
yeah.
right.
No, that's
Anyway.
fair.
He doesn't need that kind of power.
Sibo, what you doing, bro?
so Sibo was gonna, because Sibo slings it, was gonna sling again at our boy here,
Yep.
and I rolled a 1.
Yeah. So gonna need to roll me a percentile again, and it just goes whizzing past him.
Cool.
Yep.
Now Sibo is going to flee.
Steve-O he was so excited at first.
And now he's like,
I
"Ow."
really got this, guys.
Out of the gate.
See, I'm not feeling this.
Two turns later.
Leah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after the one that's got mommy issues. Back here.
Go
That's
ahead.
fine.
Sad boy. The sad boy.
I'm gonna give him.
Oh yeah,
some-
he has disadvantage anyway though.
I'm
so
gonna give him
it's-
some Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, he has disadvantage.
He already did try to attack.
Yeah, he did. He tried to attack the mom. Oh.
Yep.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes shooting past his. Like you didn't realize how much he was like ducking his head forward in like shame and sorrow and pain.
Yeah.
It just goes whizzing over his head and fizzles.
Emily, have you done
Motherfucker.
anything yet?
I killed one person, motherfucker.
Oh, did you? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you
Yeah.
blasted a hole through that guy. I forgot.
Speaking of not having done anything yet, Akamenos, you're up.
I searched.
You see, he
I didn't
broke
find
into
anything,
somebody's
but I
house.
Yeah.
Found a mop
Found a
bucket.
mop. Found some
Are
knitting
there?
stuff. Cool.
It's a nice mod. It's a good
Do
shape.
some knitting.
Are there any windows along or like doors or anything along?
Well, there's a door right here.
There's a door right there and a window right here.
Yeah, you broke in through the window, bro.
Yep. So I would like to, I guess,
Join us.
I will move outside, and I'll like sort of open the window a little bit and just see if anything's still happening out there. And
Yeah,
then I would like
Instead of
still
looking
happening.
through the window,
Yeah.
you open the window to look.
no, I open the door. I open the door.
Oh,
I go to the door first. Yeah. And
Like, oh,
obviously empty-handed.
There's a
And I would
Kobold
like
in
to.
front of me.
I would like to move to the position to sneak attack this guy. I don't know why this isn't working.
Before you do that, can you give me a dexterity check on the door?
Oof.
he needs a dex check.
To open a door?
It's only 10.
Everyone needs a dex check.
The door is probably locked. Somebody's house.
He's on the inside.
You find the door is unlocked because this is a very trusting part of town.
It's locked.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked. I am on the inside, so I feel like I could unlock the door.
Deadbolt type of thing. This is one of those like key mechanisms.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Okay.
That's
fair enough.
But
So-
you found that the door is unlocked.
Okay, then yes, I would like to sneak attack this guy. I don't know if I might not be able to.
Let me see how sneak attack here works.
I think it's
Well,
a
he was third degree
1d6.
burn too, right?
Action. Attack.
if you have advantage.
Sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Is there an enemy within 5 feet of that kobold? No. So you, at this time, don't have an advantage on him. But you can just do a normal attack.
All right, I'll do a normal attack.
Do they know he's there? Can he like still be sneaky, or do they just see him open that door immediately?
I mean, he didn't say he was going to try to stealth
Okay.
out of the door. He just
Gotcha.
said, I opened the door.
Yeah, I didn't.
So-
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like he bursts
Remember,
forth.
I don't know that people are out there. Because
I
I didn't
mean,
look out the
yeah,
window.
you didn't look out the window, so you're just like, I'm going to open this door.
Oh, cool.
It's a 6 or it's a 8. I mean, it's a 6.
A 6 does not hit.
Yeah, a 6 out of like 8. I'm rolling a
You need
1d8.
to roll a d20 to see if you hit.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
You roll the
The hit dice
d20 and
are
then you
rogues.
add your hit, which is +6 with a dagger.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
So all combat checks,
Yeah.
all
70.
ability checks, all saving throws are all based off of d20. So before you roll any special die, you're basically your first instinct should just be to roll a d20 for most things.
Okay. Then 17.
Hits.
Get him. Look at you doing
So-
something.
Now you can roll your 1d4 plus 4.
Not to make this more complicated, you actually sent me special rules a couple weeks ago because I am carrying a handmade shiv.
Yes.
So I need to add +7 -1 and damage. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, let me go back through and see what that is real quick. What did I do about that? Because
I think you
forgot
can
to add
add a
that.
custom item, by the way, if you want to like add notes to your D&D Beyond.
Are you eating a candy cane, Duffy?
Yes.
Let me see here.
Why?
It sounded really. I don't know.
You just have them around?
They're
So
leftover from
Your-
like Valentine's Day night. I opened a drawer and it was right there. And I was like, eh.
Your ceramic dagger, the special properties that I told you about only happen when you perform a critical hit, which is when you roll a natural 20.
Okay.
Me?
Yep. So then never mind. Continue.
I think you just roll D4 now, right?
Yeah, so now it's just the regular 1d4 plus 4. But just to answer your question, if you had rolled a nat 20, you would add the vicious modifier to it, which would give you the +7 bonus.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
Fucking kill some
really
motherfuckers with that thing, huh?
Coming
Yeah,
from the
I know,
dark
that's
side
why-
here?
Wanted to know.
It's also very brittle, so just know that if for any reason your dagger is ever blocked by armor, that vicious loses 1 permanently.
Right. I rolled an 8 on that one though.
You rolled an 8 on a d4?
You said 4 plus 4.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Either way, it's like turning around to wonder why the door is opening, and you actually come in like in between the ribs, and you just kind of stab, and then like stab like 5 times all in quick succession, and like it just minces all of its internal organs through its ribs, and it just like crumples and dies. You actually break a couple ribs too while you're doing it, because you're like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's get in there.
Good, like stab and twist and turn.
Nice
yeah.
crunching down.
Oh yeah, let's get in there.
Practice stab.
Let's get in there, huh?
crunching
How's that feel, huh?
I like it. Give you a thumbs up for that
Reminds
one,
me of
man.
the Taco trucks of Waterdeep. Nice crunch.
All the while, it's just looking up my back.
Takes me back.
so you are currently prone, which means you're lying on the ground.
So the total movement, is that based on when I started moving at the
Your
beginning
total
of
movement
combat?
is your speed. So every round you get your speed all over again.
Oh, so I should be. I'm fine getting back up then. Yep. Is that
just
my
have to
action
use-
though?
No, that is half of your movement to stand back up.
Okay.
You can only move half now.
Yep, if you
I
want
don't
to.
intend to move again.
Ever. This is where he firmly plans for the rest of the campaign.
Huh? My attempts at best have been comical, but I will not fail again. I'm gonna go for a little kneecap kick. I'm really upset. Come on.
Just a little pop.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
Wow,
got
look at you go.
We're in, baby.
15 plus, what is it?
Plus 6.
6 or something? Yep, so you hit it squarely in the kneecap. Go ahead, roll your damage.
1, so I got 6.
Yep, so this guy who has been on fire this whole time, you kick its kneecap so hard that it not just shatters, it actually kicks off the lower part of his leg, and he falls to the ground and bleeds out.
That's what I like.
Jesus.
I like it.
I did something.
You did.
I can't heal people till I'm level 2. Otherwise, right now it sounds like it's just Alex slapping asses.
It's okay. We play football.
And it moves up, feeling a little bit more confident about how this fight is going, and comes in and stabs this guy right in the chest and pulls her spear out with no anything fancy, just a swift. She knows she killed this kobold, so she's cool with it.
Oh yeah, boss bitch.
Pelagius, it is your turn.
This is a boss lady I can get behind. And he comes over, and I can't remember her name. What is her name? Do we know it by now?
No, you don't know her name.
Boss lady.
Hello, boss lady. I like your style. And then I'm going to,
Try to
like, at
hand her
this
a
point,
pamphlet.
he's seen all of his allies cut and mowed down. So I'm going to attempt to reason with him to let down arms.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check
Awesome.
at an advantage.
Okay.
Is this the one who saw his mother?
Yeah, that's the advantage point right here.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a
Damn.
17.
Yeah, you seem to persuade it, and it throws down its dagger and just kind of sits in the dirt.
Now that's a good lad.
After we effectively were out of combat now, so congratulations, everyone.
We
Great.
survived.
You're welcome,
You
everybody.
So this kobold is just
that was really
sitting there.
interesting.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat with him.
There's no one else
as-
around. It's like
As you
There's no
do
one else
that,
coming
Lion
out of-
comes up and just stabs it right in the throat and spits
Oh,
on
Come
it.
on.
Comes back and
whoa. Damn.
goes, "These reptilian bastards have come through and murdered 2/3 of my family. The 2/3 of my family that I enjoy. There's no reasoning with them. They came in unannounced. I will kill every single one. Thank you very much for your help. My name is Lynon Swift. That is my husband over there. He's normally about this useful. And those are my lovely children. I thank you very much for your help." The husband and the kids come over in their slow ways. Husband doesn't really say much, and the children are kind of in shell shock. "I do not know who you travelers are, but if you seek the keep, I might be able to help you get passage past the guards."
Wonderful. That seems like a terrific idea.
Perfect.
I'll stay back here.
I would like
Staying
to.
back here.
Well, just at a safe distance, I mean. You can't be too careful.
Ah,
I approach the corner of this structure. Wait, no, this is the.
You can move
This is
yourself.
the tank. Sorry. I approach the corner of the M1 Abrams, and I'm sort of leaning and listening the entire time, and trying to clean the blood off of my dagger and my clothes.
I'm sorry, hold on one sec. What?
Yours.
I'm sorry. You're leaning on the M1 Abrams?
Yep, and I'm cleaning
Okay.
cleaning my dagger and cleaning the blood off my clothes, doing the best I can at least.
I start walking over towards, what's her name again? I'm sorry. Swift something.
Lynon Swift.
Lynon. I start walking over towards Lynon. On the way, I sort of make a detour and slap Pell on the ass. Good job, bud. And then continue on over here.
You done
And
did-
Are you laying hands at that point, or are you just
No.
slapping ass?
no, just slapping ass.
slapping my ass.
Just slapping ass. But it feels like oddly warm.
You're still
Yeah,
lightly
slap ass.
invigorated.
The gesture or his ass?
Like I slap your
A little
ass,
bit
but
of
like
both?
the sting goes away quickly, but there's like a lingering warmth. So then I say,
Like Coach.
so yeah, I mean, I want to get into the keep. I want to talk to who's in charge here. We need to drive the kobolds from here. Figure out what's going on.
The Chevy Kobolds?
We need to get
Governor
the
Knight-
Chevy Kobolds out of here.
Which I'm sure he most
Shit
probably
cars.
is. It's hard to kill. He would be in the keep right now. Follow me. It looks like the path is clear. And if we move faster than my husband can waddle, then we might be able to get there before there's any more difficulties.
Oh, good. Is the library in there?
Yes, ma'am. The library is
All
within
right.
the keep.
Let's go.
Is it burning?
Vroom,
Is it
vroom.
burned down? Please tell me it's burned
So
down.
we're done.
I come over.
with-
Well, I come over to Akameos.
Okay.
I say, "Hey, I liked your stabbing."
I'm a little shaken, so I'm like trying to control myself. And my pleasure. If we could
He's
If we could
withdrawing. More booze.
continue on with most haste, that would be preferred.
Are you okay, Akamenos?
I'm fine. I just need space, and I sort of like, I don't slink into the door, but I sort of hug the wall and begin walking, trying to pretend like summon the courage and sort of give off the courage that yes, this is what I want to, but I'm very close to the wall.
Oh, give me a
Alright.
performance check.
Damn.
It's better this way.
I had some bad
Yeah.
rolls. Nice.
He's like Kronk in the Emperor's New Groove, where
yeah.
he's like slinking.
Da, da, da. Seven.
There's like light beaming down on him.
He's putting it all together that he is trying to exude that confidence, but you can see him like shaking like a cat in a thunderstorm.
I'm just kind of okay.
He's covered with confidence of like, listen, I got this, okay?
First time you killed a
This is
man, huh?
fine. Okay. Just need my space.
Yes.
Right.
Please stand away from me. I will follow you to the keep. Just
I will follow you to the cake.
it's the dust and it's the ash in the air. It seems to have gotten trapped in my esophagus. Continue on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Linen begins making her way down the
Alright.
main road here.
Let's go.
You get to the fork in the road over here, and let's see what happens.
More people. Can we, if we're gonna fight more people, can we take like a quick pee break? Because I really gotta pee.
And so I was just about to say, now that we're here, it's 9:30. Let's take 5. We'll regroup. Sound good, everyone?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks.
Emily! Will you make
Jesus,
me a
what?
white Russian?
Oh, you motherfucker! I gotta pee.
You make them so much better than I do.
Yeah,
I
fine.
mean,
I'm done.
it can be like a 5 to 10 minute. It doesn't need to be like super fast. Like everyone, make sure you do what you got to do and everything. Okay?
Oh, there's a fluffy cat. There's a fluffy cat.
Oh my God, show me a fluffy cat.
Oh,
Duffy's-
the fluffy cat.
Duffy's video is a fluffy cat.
It's a fluffy cat.
It's
It's
a
a fluffy
fluffy
cat.
I love them.
That's not a fluffy cat.
That was
I mean,
not a.
That's a Duffy
It's a
Duff.
sleepy cat. Oh,
It's a Duffy.
it's a
And
Duffy
now
cat.
it's a nothing. Nothing.
Nope.
How you doing over there, Isaac?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Cool.
Why? What are you asking about? What do you think? What's going through your head right now?
Getting paranoid, bud?
What's he think? Does he know? Does he know?
Is it getting close to your bedtime?
I could probably play till like 10:30, I think.
Okay.
Or I mean, unless the next engagement, goes relatively quickly, I can just power through it.
Yeah, we'll figure out a reasonable stoppage here. You know, like in another hour, give or take a little bit.
Reasonable stoppage.
Reasonable stoppage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for my key points, how do I get an additional key point for every level?
There's a chart on your monk thing that will tell you.
Excuse me. You want
Okay.
if I get-
Unlike your monk character page, like in the player's
Yeah.
handbook, there's information about what you get.
You get more moves too. That's awesome. That's cool. I gotta rest to get my key points back, huh?
True.
Yeah, I used all my fucking butt tapping juices on Isaac, so.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it was almost a disaster.
Mr. 2 health points over here.
I'm a level 1 monk. What can I say? I'm fresh out of the monastery.
It's true.
I do not have any video feed for Duffy. I don't know why that is.
Nobody does.
Okay. But everybody was talking about a fluffy kitty, so I was so.
He disappeared shortly after the fluffy kitty.
I didn't even see the kitty. I haven't seen him for the last 20 minutes. Guys, the stash isn't that bad. Come on. Okay. Right. Prompt, do we get anything? Do we get any loot or anything from those engagements?
You guys did not mention that you wanted to loot the corpses.
Motherfucker. So, how
Fucking kobolds was mad.
Yeah, I mean they're kobolds. They carry like poop.
poop could be?
We could have had poop, guys. We forgot to loot the poop.
You forgot to loot the poop. Poop loots.
I mean, if it means I have 5 more gold to bribe Akamenos with.
Bring up a good point. You are basically paying him to.
I'm going to bribe him again to continue to try to establish this relationship. As soon as we get out of the city, say, hey, I got 5 more gold if you stay with us. And a blowjob. You know, seal the
I
deal.
guess that explains it then. Like, I was wondering, like, why is Roland so obsessed with getting his attention? Why does he care so much?
There it is.
That's the subplot.
Ah,
Subplot, he's in love with Akamenos.
I'm into it.
Wonder what my first meeting is tomorrow.
I gotta go into work early. We're doing fire alarm testing. We gotta pass a fire alarm test.
Jesus.
The fire department comes in and they're all like, you guys have hazardous materials that if they were to leak, everybody in here would die. And we're like, yeah, we do have those. And then they test our stuff.
Nice.
There you go.
That's good. The best part about that is that I texted my boss and I was like, so like, what's the deal with this? Are you going to be there? What do I need to do? And he never responded. So
Sick.
never done this before. Well, it's kind of bullshit that the IT people are the ones handling this in the first place. This should be fucking facilities. But
Also
beyond
true.
that, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So hopefully if my boss isn't there, which I have no idea if he will be or not, they know what they need to do. Because I don't fucking know.
As someone who has accidentally tripped the alarm at a veterinary clinic many times, you don't have to do much. You just stand there, they'll come around, then you sign some document maybe.
why
What?
specifically a veterinary clinic?
Because the clinic at Miller, which both of you have stayed at, had like an advanced alarm system that you could easily trip, and it automatically called.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is different because it's the actual the firefighters are like already here, and they're testing.
No, they show up and they test everything. You just stand there. They just need a representative there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Like if they break something.
and I'm sure I have to like. I probably have to. Well, I have to escort them into like the chemical areas and stuff, which is fine. But I don't know where all the like sensors are and stuff. So hopefully they don't need to like see all of them. Seems like it's part of an inspection, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't have any information. My boss fucking
Also
emailed
true.
me a couple days ago and was like, "Are you going to be there Wednesday for the fire alarm thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can be there." It's like I have no idea what you're talking about. You're acting like I know what you're talking about. I searched my emails to be like, "Is there an email I'm not remembering?" There isn't. So I have no fucking idea what's going on.
I say the only option at this point is just go straight alpha with it and don't let these firefighters like intimidate you in any way with their like probably pretty trim bodies and like confidence. You like show them the business. Like you start answering questions that they're
As
not
soon
even
as they walk in, I'll ask them how much they bench.
Are you kidding me? They're firefighters. They're just glorified EMTs that sit around and eat donuts and chili together. They just
Yeah,
they're
every
EMTs that live in
firefighter
the
I
same-
know is like super puffy.
Really what they do. I get the snaps of them cooking food all the fucking time.
Yeah. Emily has a bunch of firefighter friends from St. Joe, and they're all like pretty pudgy guys.
Okay.
Pudgy. That's a good way to describe a firefighter. Pudgy.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a warm glass of milk for bedtime there, Isaac?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, I think we're all back. I saw Duffy's little border go green at some point. Not that we have a video feed, but I saw the
Probably his
green.
cat.
I can see his ceiling. I'm gonna assume that the fan is on his ceiling.
You can see his ceiling. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess just one by one, we're slowly losing Duffy's video feed. Because I just have a gray box. Is that what you have,
Oh, really?
Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
the
can see the
loading
ceiling.
screen.
I have a ceiling with a fan.
Oh, okay. It's just Isaac and I guess.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Fuck
I
it.
don't see-
Is there
I
something
don't
we
see
don't want it to
anything.
see?
I don't
What
know.
type of cookies you have there? Are those Oreos? Are those Chips Ahoy? Are they homemade?
Stuffed Oreos.
Fuck
That's the way
yeah.
to go, man.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I knew I loved you
double
for a
stacked
reason.
are fucking really good.
Fuck. Fucking love me some double stuffed Oreos.
They're the best Oreo.
Yeah, they really are.
Number 2,
Mega
hot
stuff.
take.
And I gotta say, it's too much
mint one.
stuffing.
Ah, gross. Ugh,
you're-
they're just
you're
so
wrong.
minty.
Yeah,
Oh,
mint.
mint?
Mint is number 2. That's the second
Oh.
best Oreo. Yeah, fight me if you
Oh.
disagree.
No.
Oh.
The second best Oreo is the double stuffed Oreo that is then covered in a layer of chocolate.
Mm.
They put them out for like
I like
Christmas. It's like a white chocolate or something.
Pumpkin spice Oreo, obviously.
I've never had that.
Well,
It's garbage.
I-
Don't do it. It's horrible.
for every new
Remember,
Oreo that comes out, we do a taste test in the office.
What?
And
God,
this is,
you guys have a great place. All right,
that
Duffy's
true?
screen is now
Yeah.
a gray box, like freaking out between.
Yeah,
ceiling and
it's
gray
slowly
box.
turning into a gray box for everyone.
His cat's probably playing with
Duffy.
the phone.
I'm listening to a 15-hour tavern music playlist that I found on Spotify.
Ooh, link it. I kind of want that in the background.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Ooh,
That can
No.
go on our video.
no.
I mean, you can just put on your country music, okay?
You know what?
If
Fuck
that'll
it.
cheer you up.
Put it-
If that'll cheer
yeah.
your character up.
I think I can put it in the roll 20 if you actually really want that.
No.
No.
No,
I want
it
it.
should probably go
I want
into,
control over the volume more
yeah.
than that.
Vault of the Sages.
But you
really.
can control the volume.
No.
It's like,
No. Cut it out.
Denied.
Stop.
listen, you know what? Here.
No. No.
This is what you get. There you go.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
listening to Lord of the Rings fighting.
I bet
Mhm.
if you layered tavern music, it wouldn't be that bad.
My homework is to figure out how this jukebox thing works.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
hmm
Oh,
Listen,
I
I need
I
to
just
get
hit the
some-
play button and it started playing Mord Mustang. So there we go.
Sick.
Hey, Duffy's back. All right, cool. So you get to the crossroads, as you can see on the mega map. What's going on? When from the north, 6 scimitar wielding.
boy?
Yes, the wheelie boy is that 6 scimitar wielding humanoids come barreling down with honestly froth on their lips and like a blank stare in their eyes.
So they have like 6 arms.
And
Froth?
APCs.
Like they're drinking cappuccinos, froth on
Like-
their lips.
Yeah, like they've been they're rabid, like they're
Like
slobbering
they've
and
just drinking
salivating.
tons of cappuccinos. They're so rabid from all the caffeine they've had.
They've had magical cappuccinos that have just imbued them with fervitude. That's the word I'm going with, fervitude.
Fervitude
word.
it is.
Who am
Do you have the
I?
turn order?
Fervence.
Duffy, can you try reconnecting to Discord so that my recording has your face in it again?
I can see Duffy's face.
I
It's your
can't.
computer.
And I'm recording,
can't-
so I'd
I
like
can't
it
see
it.
if we can see it.
Oh god.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a face.
I literally, his video feed is a gray box.
Is it still?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him
Disconnect, like
yet.
fully disconnect to then reconnect to the channel.
Oh, milk.
Yeah.
Man, I want some Oreos so bad now.
Mm,
Sorry.
I could go for a
Not sorry.
cappuccino.
Haven't had Oreos in a while.
Fucking love
My
Oreos.
guilty pleasure for packing lunches.
After I smoked that cigar, I got really sick on Sunday. I had a Klondike
Mhm.
bar.
What?
It resurrected me.
You
Good
got
job on
super
getting
sick and then-
resurrected. Also, not
Klondike
surprised you got
bar.
sick after smoking a cigar.
I smoked a cigar with Eric like a year ago and did not get sick. Felt great after it.
Yeah, but that was
So
a
I thought
big
I could-
cigar you posted.
Yeah, I thought I could
Yeah,
do
we
it all.
got
Yeah.
some tiny little cigars.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about
Good job,
that part.
Duffy. Thank you.
Managar.
Yeah, whenever
Good
I
old
go to the
classic
store, because I smoke
cigars.
them so often, I actually went and got one recently because of your fucking snap.
Because
I always
of
am
you.
like, give me a really small one. Like, just give me a small one,
Yeah.
because I'm just going to get fucking sick if you don't.
And
It
then
was
you forgot
great
to
for that
smoke it.
first like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Then it gets terrible.
Yep.
Bleh.
Never smoke past the point of no enjoyment.
Yeah, I know. That was in my mind, but also I did not know what that point was
It's fair.
until it was too late. Yeah.
Most people don't.
As is the case
What
with.
is it like the nicotine buzz is too strong or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's nicotine buzz, but it definitely felt like it was even more than that.
Nicotine,
Are we Snapchat
like,
friends of yours?
it's technically nicotine poisoning, and nicotine poisoning is fucking rough. You get this weird headache, you feel like you have the flu, you can break out in cold sweats. I've gotten it from doing way too much chew in Duffy's basement.
I was just thinking that too. The moment you said that, like I've gotten it once before, I thought, "Yep, sounds like my basement."
We used
Good
to
old
chew
time.
so much.
Good time.
I'm-
So back to
remember the one
killing
that you-
people that are
All right,
frothing.
yeah, sorry.
Frothing parties, so we need to kill.
So this party is frothing, and one of them comes forward. Are you? I see you've brought more. I see you brought more to the slaughter. Yes.
What?
Yes. Very good. Very good.
We've been bamboozled?
Mildly creepy.
Yes. The lords will be pleased with this haul. They will. The lords will be pleased with this haul. Ha ha.
The way to betray us.
And from the back, you hear cackles and laughter.
Can I so I'm like I'm still visibly shaken. In my desperation, can I cast thaumaturgy? Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, I would like to I guess cast or create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as ominous whispers. The ominous whispers being they are satisfied. Depart. They are satisfied. Depart.
Cool. Go ahead. Where do you wanna cast it?
Just from this like cart.
Okay.
It's within 30 feet, so I think that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah.
Oh, wait, do we have a... Oh, shit. I keep zooming in on an area that I'm not noticing when we...
Yeah. Sorry.
You're
There's
good.
a new thing over here. Okay. Go ahead. Cast the thaumaturgy.
I don't know if I add anything to this though, since it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I think thaumaturgy is just it just does its thing.
You just roll its thing, or
Yeah, let me do a quick little looky here. Thaumaturgy, manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects. Your voice boom. Yep. Cool. The guy in the lead kind of stops, turns around. The lords are pleased. The lords are pleased. We must depart. The lords are pleased. We must depart. And all of them kind of start chanting this, and they all make their way back up to the north.
Oh, piece
So-
of Girl Scouts.
Wow, okay.
so I'm.
Did we all hear
I'm
that
breathing
too?
deep.
What's your passive perception?
11.
Or yeah.
I mean,
Oh, wait.
he did say
Sorry, that was
they were
Pierce's. 13.
whispers, and they are like 20 feet away from you. So
Okay, so we didn't hear it.
not really. No.
Okay. So where are those guys going?
I'm just like breathing deep and sort of summoning myself again, and I'm standing a little straighter now that no one is around. Perhaps we should not question the will of these creatures, perhaps we should just continue.
Sounds suspicious.
Sibo thinks we should follow them to their base of knowledge.
I like it, this guy. He wants knowledge.
I want to.
Why does the ears perk up at the word knowledge?
Knowledge, let's go.
She's in.
Somebody said knowledge?
Linen lets out an audible sigh of. I've seen some of them over the past couple hours. They're the most fervent maniacs of this group. They seem to be cultists of whatever group is here, and they are mad with lust for blood. I do not know where they went, but I am sure glad that they are not here anymore. They would drink the marrow from our bones given the chance. Let us proceed to the keep.
Yeah, so the keep's right in front of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bashir just doesn't question our luck on that one, I guess.
I'm very suspicious.
Yeah. I guess those were some real weirdos,
Yeah.
right, guys?
What nerds?
Hey, you guys are all right, actually. I
Some
kind of
local LARPers again.
So,
Pal, can you play
get-
that song again?
As you come around, you see more mayhem as you guys make your way to the front of the keep. Oops, that's not the right one. Draw shape. Haha. You see fires throughout this northern part right here, a large fire in the middle. You see, as you come around, many groups of different people, of all different races, coming through, and just basically fucking shit up all over the place.
But we're at the keep right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on now.
Oh, am I
There you are.
supposed to be looking
There's
at
an
a different
earthquake.
picture?
Yeah, big earthquake. Yeah, so we're done with the small map over here.
Okay.
Pierce, that was incredibly inspired. Go ahead, give yourself an inspiration point for that.
Great.
What do you do with those?
At any point in time that you want to re-roll a d20, you can use an inspiration die to do that.
So it's
just-
just a. When you click it, it's just like a sun rising. So that's just like it's a checked box. That's all I have to worry about,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
You have inspiration.
Okay. Perfect.
On your
Awesome
D&D
job.
Beyond profile?
There's so much Witcher
So we
3
just
music
see-
in this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of Witcher 3 music.
We just see like a bunch more fires, bunch more enemies, but we're at the keep.
Yes.
Correct. All right, so let's just go into the keep. Library,
there's not a-
stuff
yeah.
to see. Let's just go.
Yep.
Their fortunes are not our concern.
Right, everything's already on fire.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
want to talk to the commander. That's all I want. Talk
If
to the
he's
head
still
guy.
alive.
Is there like any kind of door there, or is it like a drawbridge? Like, what's the keep situation look like?
The keep. Let me switch some things up right here. You guys. Whoop. Boop. I know everything just went black. It's okay.
The world has ended. Apocalypse.
That is what the keep looks like.
Okay.
All right.
You were there at the front of it.
What's the drain pipe
Um,
situation on this?
Go ahead, give me a perception or investigation, whatever you want.
We can only see a portion of the keep right now, right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we're not
part that-
inside yet.
The door.
To be fair, you did come around the
19.
north side, so you do know that about it. What'd you roll, Pierce?
19.
Yeah, so you are able to see that there are no external drain pipes because the people who made this keep would know that that's something that could be scaled. You do see that there are holes throughout various parts of the stonework that look like would be internal drain pipes. Water would shoot from it from up top. They'd be drainage holes and
Oh, I
ports.
see what you mean. Yeah.
The keep itself is the main wall that you've been walking around the outside. It looks like it's 50 feet high of very well maintained stone work and masonry. You see it is possible to scale it, but you also see at the top of it that there are a lot of archers at the top that are looking down across the courtyard that you are in right now.
Still have
Are
like
there-
the common chick with us?
Yeah, Linen is still with you, and as you make it to the front, she comes up and she. I don't know if you could hear that, but she raps 3 loud knocks upon the main gate itself, which is 2 wooden doors with banded iron. They're about 25 feet tall by 10 feet wide each. She knocks really loud, and she goes, "Aye, you limey bastards! It's me, Linen Swift, out here. I found some people that the governor might want to meet. They're potentially here to help us. Let me in and my family in. All you pansies sitting in here in the keep. Come on now." And then from the back, one of them goes, "Oh yeah, that's definitely Linen, all right." And like one of the in the door, like a small little flap, like Wizard of Oz style, opens up, and someone peeks their heads out. Looks down. "All right, Linen, I see you there. All right, one sec." Shuts it up, and then you hear some mechanisms in the back, some winches going, and one of the gates swings open a few feet to allow you admittance in. And as are now here.
So we
And you can
okay.
see the majority of the central grounds of the keep itself. It's a very large main courtyard. There are various boxes and crates throughout it. There are dozens of guardsmen down here, all of them at the ready with halberds and spears, and you can see up along the ramparts up over here that there are burning what are those? They're not like
Braziers.
torches, braziers. That's the one. Bunches of braziers that are illuminating this place very well. To the north, you can see the stables, which are currently empty or not actively being used. Bye, Emily.
When to hit the mute button, I hit the disconnect button.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
Yeah.
In the middle of the courtyard over here, one person in particular stands out. It's this looking guy right here, red-headed dwarf who.
It's from Lord of the Rings.
He is absolutely from Lord of the Rings. This is a dwarf carrying a massive shield with a knotted, tangled, bright red hair and beard. He has around his neck a thick linked iron chain with where normally a sigil or an amulet would be, is just a huge key ring with dozens of different large, plain, well-worked keys are hanging. And he comes trotting up. "Aye, Linen. I see that you survived out there. Doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised that they're still attacking if you were out there for this long. Who are these outsiders that you've brought into the keep today? Greetings, by the way. My name is, sorry, I took a donk to the head.
Let me find my name tag.
It happened to Steeple over here too. He was real knocking.
This is what happens when I keep drinking throughout the night. My name is Castellan Escobar the Red. I'm the keeper of the keys for this keep of greenest. What brings you here today?
A question. Is it called a keep as in like a key, K-E-Y-P, because you have so many keys? I kill me, obviously.
This man be a funny one over here. Oh, you bastard, you're good at the jokes. And he comes over and smacks you on the back. Spirits up in these horrid times. Anyway, seriously, what are you all doing here in this keep?
Pell has that like message, right? Doesn't he have like a note or a message or something that we're supposed to maybe deliver here? What was the deal with that? I'm kind of blanking from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess this is on Pell. He had a note with his name on it, and he read it, and it basically said like there was an attack potentially coming here. It had like a bunch of lists of different towns and dates on it, and then it had this town with like a date and a question mark next to it.
Okay. So I kind of turned to Pell and I'm like, so tell the man, show him this. Show him this thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll show him the letter. It only makes sense at this point.
He takes the letter out of her hand. Funny and also carrying good news. I like the cut of your jib, bastard. And he looks at it, he's like, I can't make heads or tails of this. What is this? Just a bunch of towns and dates? That doesn't do anything for me. And he hands it back to you.
Well, every one of these was an attack on a town, and it indicated that yours was next.
He grabs it back and looks at it. Too many clunks on the head. Yeah, you're right. Boy, this would have been good to have 2 days ago. I'm sure the governor will be more than delighted to see adventurers like yourself here. If you'll please follow me into the bowels of the keep. Governor Nighthill will most likely be somewhere in the war room. And he makes his way sauntering past. As he goes, shouting orders to the people that are already working hard. But as he walks past, they work twice as hard. Maybe not twice as well, but twice as hard.
Wonderful.
All right, yeah. Let's follow that guy.
Pelagius is going to try to slip a pamphlet into his tunic. Just to leave it there.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure. 15.
Oh, he nailed it.
Yeah, you are able to slip it into his pocket.
As we're walking across the grounds, I kind of like saunter to catch up to him, and I kind of nudge him a little bit. And it's like, hey man, you lift or what? It looks like you look kind of strong there, man.
It's built into the red bones that I got.
Okay. You wanna arm wrestle?
Arm wrestle. Hey, maybe after we repel these stupid marauders, we're trying to.
Now, arm wrestle me.
Let me get you to the governor, and then
Wait.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds great.
Arm wrestle me.
All right, he stops and he's like, well, I'm not one to turn away from a challenge. And he plops down onto his belly on the ground and he puts his arm up and is like, bring it, you dragon man.
All right. I'm guessing I'm going to roll strength for this.
It's a strength contest for sure.
Give me a strength check.
Wouldn't it be a strength contest?
Oh, motherfucker, that's 23.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're able to beat him in arm wrestling.
All right.
He's like, ha! Oh, I'm glad Lyman did bring you. No wonder she brought you here. You guys
You're a good man, Sir Dwarf. Is he a dwarf? Did we decide he was a dwarf? Okay. Yeah.
He's definitely a
good man, Sir Dwarf. I have a little more of a pep in my step now, though, for sure.
Where were the 23s when we were fighting the kobolds, Bash?
I lifted one over my head. What do you want from me, pal?
You have plenty of energy for arm wrestling.
I always have energy for arm wrestling.
Why are you so eager to challenge this helpful dwarf on our mission? Perhaps you
It's
should
not a challenge.
upset him. Do not make him feel any, and I look down, lesser than what he already is.
That's just like some casual racism bleeding through.
You think that I would give honor to my lineage by backing down from a challenge? Excuse you, princess.
Yes. Excuse me. You were saying to the governor, mayor, whatever. Continue on.
Governor Nighthill. Let me take you there.
Oh, good. Are we
Taking us
passing
to
the
an
library?
executive? Or?
Is the library on the way to the war room?
Is that a garden I can look at?
The library is on the 3rd floor. We're going to be staying on the ground floor over here. Not much that I do in the library, honestly. A bunch of books for nerds, if you get me, Lizard Man.
My boy! I slap him on the ass. It leaves a little bit of lingering warmth.
Other than burning.
I see you play football too. Ha ha!
My fucking boy!
He brings you to.
all around.
Is there tobacco in the in 5e?
They're not going off the rails.
Is there what?
Is there tobacco in 5e?
Oh, sure there is.
Oh, sure, yes. Books, perfect rolling paper. Tobacco. Tear them up. I'm just trying very hard to fit in.
Bring it back with ink and nerd talk, then you can get right out of here right now, weird man.
No, I hate nerds as well. Knock them down, steal their books, make them into rolling papers.
Bashir slaps Akamedos on the ass. Yeah!
What is even going on?
Nothing. Literally nothing is happening.
The governor, yes.
Wait, so Akamedos, do you want to arm
The town is
wrestle?
being ravaged right now.
We should really stick to the mission, Bashir.
Oh, you're right. And I'm tired from the last one. I'll get you later. Yeah.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay.
There you are. Listen, weird man. I will be happy to step in for the tired lizard man if he doesn't want to take you down on round 2. I'm always good for round 2, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
I'm regretting befriending this guy at this point. Sorry I ever said anything.
As tempting as round 2 may seem, perhaps we should continue on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
May I make your introductions to Governor Nighthill himself. Governor Nighthill, these are some strangers that Linen brought in, potentially to help us out in this kerfuffle that we found ourselves. As you find that this whole time he's been leading you to a very large room that has a very elaborate decorations throughout. I say decorations, but it's like what rich people have. You know, they've got tapestries and very nice vases in corners. Good illumination. Everything seems very posh. Around the walls are a bunch of desks that seem to be hastily moved into these locations with different scribes writing notes. You can see what looks like to be runners taking those messages throughout different parts of the keep. And then up in the corner over here is a table that a human man wearing very nice gown and cloak with a bandage covering his eye and part of his head greets the characters warmly. Greetings. Welcome to Greenest. I wish it were more auspicious times. My name is Governor Nighthill. I'm sure Castellan has told you all about me, or not. I wish that I had more time for you right now, but if you're here, then that means that you could help us, and we are in dire need of assistance at this time. My
But first,
city...
arm wrestle. I'm just kidding.
Arm wrestle.
I'm just kidding.
No, I do not think. I do not think I will be arm wrestling.
Arm wrestle.
Bashir just hand just boom onto the table immediately.
Arm wrestle.
He's trying to start this chant by himself, but nobody's joining in.
But Bashir like totally thinks everybody's chanting, even though it's just Akamedos.
Arm wrestle. Arm wrestle.
Hey, Castellan, why are these fools here in my keep? Lion vouched for him, and that one right there, the scaly one, he throws a mean arm wrestle, you know, sir. Quite, yeah.
Arm wrestle.
I know how you are quite penchant to people touching your arms. Anyway, if you
He's one of those
wish
nerds.
if you wish to live through this night, then maybe we can work together, and at the end of this, there might be something for you.
Like what?
Well, money, of course.
Yes.
I like money.
What needs to be done to acquire this money?
Yes, and access to the library.
That should be no problem. If there's a library left standing, then you can go ahead and read whatever books you want. In fact, there are some quite wonderful selections that I've set aside in my personal library up there that it might be interesting to someone of your persuasion. I need to know what these bloody bastards are doing here. And the best way to do that is to take a prisoner. So, if you'll follow me to the ramparts, I might be able to illumine some of our situation to you.
I think, Leah, you can just stay here because you only know how to blow these things up. So.
At least I actually hit
alright.
them.
I follow without a word.
Yeah, I'm
I
into
also
it.
follow.
All right, let's go. I need access to the
Cautious
library.
Following as well.
to there, and then
How was Pierce doing his walking animation earlier? Following.
He's slinking along the walls still.
A new
bring
spare
you up
area.
to the north part of the area. Boop. And boop. You guys are back to being the scooter, so.
I see no.
I see no scooter.
No
I
scooter.
see unused
Oh.
spare
Oh,
area.
I see a
There's
scooter.
scooter.
is.
I got the
There
scooter.
it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Listen, I'm working on it. There's a lot of mouse clicking, a lot of things to do. Governor, there you are. Boom.
Governor.
He up here. He points to the north, back towards. I'm gonna jump you guys real quick. Back to the main map over here, and points out the northern area. This whole kerfuffle over here. Points out all the various different people up there. So we're not entirely certain why they're here. Whoops, that's wrong guy. We're not entirely certain why they're here. But what we've seemed to be able to ascertain so far is that they're more interested in robbing us blind than they are of actually raising us to the ground. And for that, I give minor thanks, because there's always more gold, but there's not always more people. And I do so care much about my people. It seems that some type of marauder raid, there's different factions involved. Obviously, you can see the kobolds from here and probably smell them first. but there are different races, humans and dwarves and bastards and elves, that are just all seem to be flying the same flag, very disorganized, except for, and he points out really quickly, one very unique character that stands in the middle of here. I do not know who that is, but they seem to be leading this whole raid upon my fair city, and he disappears into one of the houses. I need to know why they're here. So if you can go out there and maybe not take one of the kobolds, I'd wish my keep not to stink like them for the next 7 years. But one of those purple robe wearing guys might be best. I think they might have the best information. If you can sneak out and grab one of them and bring them back to me, I would be forever in your debt. We might be able to find a way to survive through this night.
Right. Perhaps we should discuss payment before we depart on this journey.
Well, the way I see it is, if you manage to come back, then we can discuss payment. But if you bugger off with my gold, it does me no good. And if you want to live through this night, then you might want to listen to me.
I am not talking about the exchange of payment at this moment. I am discussing agreeing on a price before we depart on this journey. Listen, I come from a background of skillful people, and they departed the wisdom on me that if you are good at something, never do it for free. So I am very adept at this task. Perhaps we should discuss a payment beforehand, and I will run over there post haste to capture that purple. Wait, no, these aren't purple robe people. Are they purple robe people? Purple robe people. For you.
You're not fucking up enough words. Green robed people.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Purple robe people was
those
just like off enough.
Turquoise. Yeah.
Well, until we can get a sense of what exactly has been done to our city if we survive this night.
Pack it up, boys. We are needed here right now.
Pack it up.
I'm sort of with Ace here.
Yeah, I start like walking away.
Does this weird man speak for all of you?
He does not.
I'm sort of with Ace actually, because all I see is a bunch of bourgeois assholes, honestly, in this whole place. Did you see the keep? Did you see this castle?
It's a large keep. Plenty of gold in there. Yes.
You rich people think you can
In
buy
their pocket.
everything that the
Exactly.
world just...
As far as I can
That's
see,
true.
you guys are hiding in your keep instead of helping the villagers. I'm not
Right,
feeling
yes.
all that great about what's going on here.
What he's saying also,
we are
yes.
sending parties out as we can to go rescue the villagers. Our doors are open. We were attacked by surprise. It's not like we want our people to be massacred. Those are our families out there.
Of course. It's not that we want to put ourselves at an unnecessary risk. So, vis-a-vis the exchange of money, or we outie.
What I'm saying is you're going to have to give me something more than gold. And I actually think that you know more than you're letting on. So in order for you to get our help, why don't you tell
He
us
does not know
right
what to
now?
do right now.
What do you know, old man?
Oh,
I apologize for our group of wary travelers.
I'm a mere 45 years of age. I still have all
Old enough
all of
you
a
wouldn't
good
arm wrestle me.
6 decades ahead of me before my passing. But as it is, and all of a sudden, like 35 archers just train their bows upon you guys. The way I see it is, I could riddle you as pincushions and toss you over my ramparts right now, or you can help me survive this night, and then we can strike a bargain.
Who's to say
Right.
we don't just leave your back wall?
SIBO is in.
Well, boys,
All right.
our goose seems to be cooked here.
I guess I'll take a
I
rain
guess we
check
go.
on that
Yeah.
arm wrestle.
Right.
Who out there wants to arm wrestle?
But you are weary from making your way to my keep, so how about I lead you back down? Castellan will take you to a place where he can provide a nourishing meal. We can see if we have any of our healers available to tend to your wounds. And then, when you're feeling more of yourselves, we'll be able to figure out how best to sneak you into this chaos and get you back alive.
Okay.
That sounds fair to me.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Misunderstanding.
Okay.
I'm tired. I don't even know where I am right now. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Follow me back down.
Knowing him, he doesn't even know who he is right now.
And so he leads you back down towards the main room that you were in before, and then Castellan leads you over towards through one of the doors towards like a barracks room, and says that some food and some healers will be brought to you shortly. Let's call it here for the evening. It's 10:23. I know 10:30 is kind of like our soft cap. Go ahead if you want to. You guys can take a short rest.
9:30 Central.
In fact, please go ahead, take a short rest. And
Can I get that
then
on my sheet somewhere?
Oh man, I don't get any of my lay of hands back. Oof. Don't, Isaac, don't die.
Sorry. I'll pay it forward once I level up.
I also have
I
healing
did so little.
properties.
Yeah.
Like I have a spell.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, you don't have to pay it forward. I'm just letting you know I can't heal.
don't worry about burning your hit dice for this because the healers are brought when you're there. There's a meal,
Okay. So we're full health.
It's basic, like it's not like they're putting out a feast for you, but there's enough like nourishment and water and stuff for you guys to get there. And then there's like a priest that comes up and does some cure wounds on all of you guys. But the equivalency of please take a short rest for this evening, and we'll come back next Tuesday and continue where we left off, and that brings us to the end of today. And this was great. Nice job, everyone.
That was fun.
Anytime, buddy.
When you try to break the DM shit so hard that he pulls 35 archers on you.
It's not that you pulled 35. I've been saying from the beginning, there are archers all over the ramparts.
Oh no, it was totally fair.
negotiating. I wasn't threatening.
Fair.
It was totally fair.
Just be shut up there.
That was
So, Brooke,
perfect.
you were
He's
saying
just
we
been
shouldn't.
attacked by a dragon for like the past 4 hours. He doesn't need to deal with your shit.
He's vulnerable. They'll do anything for us to help.
Wait, so
That was
to
good.
do the short rest, do I hit recover and the warlock button, or just recover, or not anything?
There should be a button that says short rest at the top of your character sheet.
Yeah, but then you have to
know,
hit
and then-
more things.
Do I hit recover and warlock, or just recover? Like, should my hit points go back up to 9, or should they stay at 6?
They go back up to
they
9.
Yeah, they go back up to 9.
I didn't do
You
that.
can also. There's a class button that you can click as well. Should we be clicking that?
Oh.
I'll show you. Don't worry
I know,
about
but
it.
my hit
I
point.
think I was just doing everything different.
So the way a short rest works normally, if there's not someone there to actually heal you, is you can use your hit die to replenish your health, and also whatever short rest abilities you have resurface. So the fact that you're a level 1 warlock means that you could hit the warlock and roll 1d8 and add your Constitution modifier and regain that many hit points. Because your class has a hit die of a d8, it means that every time you gain a level, you add 1d8 to your dice pool for short rests. So if you were like level 5 and you're like, I want to take a short rest, you can roll up to 5d8 and then add your Constitution to regain that much hit points. It's basically like just taking a breather that like regenerates your body.
But you probably can't do that. And engage.
I didn't change my hit points at all.
'Cause you
can just go
you
ahead and do that
didn't
manually.
hit the thing.
I did
You have
hit
to.
the thing.
No. I will
I
show you
but-
later. I'll
And in
show
fact,
you.
what I'm going to do is in the Vault of Sages here. This is what a short rest is in the book from the Player's Handbook. it does a better job explaining than my semi-drunk ass. I really want to say that you guys all did a really good job. I really want to say that. Because you did. You guys did a really good job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, not only did you guys do a really good job, you also, it seemed like you were all playing your characters very well. So I'd like to give you all an inspiration die for the role play that you had this session.
I keep forgetting I have one and need to actually use it when I fuck up rolls.
I'm still trying to figure mine out. I think I'll have a much better idea come next week.
When you have a computer, it will help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the tour we're going on of your house. Like maybe turn the camera around so I can see where we're going.
Yeah, let's see your house, Duff.
No, right now you're in the living room. It's very nice.
Yeah,
See it?
yeah.
I can see your ceilings. Yep, and it's
I've
upside
gotten the
down.
fan multiple times.
You
I
got
want
2
something more
fans
than
in
the
your
fan.
living room? I like the vaulted
Yeah.
ceiling. That's nice.
Your face
Wow.
is so
It
much
is very
different in the
cool.
living room.
Even have a fireplace.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this is it. This is all I have. There's no beds or anything.
You just have a one-room house.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, it's just piles of blankets, bro.
He shits in a corner and he eats out of
my
another
towels.
Everything is made of towels. Even his toilet is made of towels.
Are you renting or did you
Towels
buy,
only.
Duff?
Oh, we rented.
Okay.
Because I only had when they moved me back up from Baton Rouge, like I had like 2 weeks notice. Like we
Oh.
need you back up,
Oh shit.
and we got really lucky with this place.
Nice. Good.
Our neighbor is our landlord, and slash property manager, and he happens to be client at Kayla's animal hospital for Kayla when she worked there beforehand. So she hit him up and was like, "Is there anywhere open?" And we got this boss ass spot.
That's dope. Hell yeah, dude.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Nepotism at its finest.
All right.
Very pleased.
This was fun, guys. I feel like we're starting to definitely vibe a little more with the role playing and stuff. So,
Starting to get a rhythm.
yep.
Yeah.
You guys
Yes.
are doing a really good job, way faster than other crews that I've run with. So
Yeah, that's because we're better than other crews that you've run with.
That's true.
I know. That's why I'm doing this.
Fact.
I wouldn't.
And
I
I'll
wouldn't
give
give
you
up
guys a
my
tour when
my
this place-
weekly Tuesdays for any old schmucks.
True enough.
Yeah. If you have
Also,
any
I don't think I
questions,
can turn the camera around with this app.
I don't know how it works. Never
Turn the
used
camera
it.
around.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
That's my
hey.
foot.
Oh,
my God.
Hey!
Wow, where
Those
are
are
PJs?
blankets.
Wow. Oh yeah, HP
Oh, sorry, that's-
envy. I'm envious of how
Nice.
stable your laptop is.
I know.
so stable.
Look at that. It's very.
Well, thanks again,
I
bro.
didn't hear the other questions. So.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
You're welcome,
From.
Skosh. Yeah, my pleasure. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm open to feedback.
What's our homework gonna be?
There's no homework this evening.
Oh, no way.
Learn how short rests work.
No, it's like maybe you should do the homework from last week and then you'll be caught up.
Yeah, that's.
There's so much information.
It's dude. It took
really
Emily
easier-
like 45 minutes to read it. It was no big deal.
saying it is a big deal, but this is the kind of thing where it's just once you apply it, it's easier to learn it that way, anyways.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be sending you a message about what I'm gonna once I get everything up and running with my computer about me just sitting down and like getting my character like good
Yeah.
to go.
You cut
Yeah,
out
okay.
all right, but I'm
All right.
totally in.
I don't think you said anything else. I think that just is.
No, that was it. It was just
Every
the
time.
the motion.
Yes. So expect that.
I sit with bated breath.
I think we're all still developing our characters to an extent.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, same here. I halfway through this like session, I was like, my dude should just be a bro, and that's gonna be
great.
easy and work my way from there.
I opened up with like I'm
second
gonna
session.
be a badass gnome, and then ended up with no fuck this noise.
I liked that. I liked you running away for sure.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's funny because you're all excited, so you run in, and then you're like, oh wait, fuck
You're like,
this
"Oh, no."
shit. You run back
you take
out.
us kicks.
Chest, and you're like, fuck this. I'm out.
Duffy, let me know if you have any issues building your computer. So
Please
we can
don't.
live stream
Wow.
and I can guide you through like any particular pain points. So-
It'll literally be tomorrow when
I
it
know.
starts. So.
When you have a question, like, hit me up and I'll video
heard
in.
you just if you push the plug hard enough. It'll
Don't push
eventually click in.
anything hard. Except the RAM. You kind of have to push the RAM in hard, but
Push it real good.
don't push anything in hard.
there.
And if you follow along with Jay's 2 cents' video and like go step with him, he'll get you there. But
I've watched
like
his
if
stuff
there's
a
something
couple
that
times now.
like a certain thing that you're still nervous about, I'll go over it with you.
It's the names of the plugs right now where he's like, now this one's the ABGB skibbity boop, and I'm like, yep, don't know what that looks like.
Oh, bye, Pierce.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye,
Guess he's
Pierce.
done.
Yep.
See you, Pierce.
That's for him.
Yeah, well, we'll
Oh,
talk
guess he's
tomorrow.
back.
Oh, guys, Pierce
I
is
don't know what
back.
happened there.
Did you touch your fucking headphone cord again?
Yeah, seriously. Glad we didn't all crash.
Didn't do anything.
He's got the
Trying to do
master
that.
fucking button over there.
He wants to know how to do that again.
He's got the keys to Discord. He's like, I'm gonna boot everyone. Just
He can go meta with Akameno's action moves.
Can I also tell everybody that Hume is actually a character that I'm about to introduce into my party as a NPC, as someone who's getting but it's extremely older. So I'm kind of conceptualizing this as a prequel for Hume coming into my other party's story and being really, really optimistic that he's not going to die.
he hasn't
Okay.
died yet.
Cool.
So far, the outlook is great.
Like I'm like an 8-ball. Great.
I mean, you always got an ass slap that can save you. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way I'd lay my hand on that ass.
I think Alex said he's using all his ass slap points right now.
No, I'm out of
Did you
app
get those
slap.
back?
I'm out of app slashes. Ass slaps.
Asses.
He's got no more apple slices.
It's called like lay on hands though.
Hay on
so I
lands. I'm out of hay on lands.
I'm imagining you're kind of like scooping and
Cupping.
caressing instead
Oh
of
no,
slapping.
something you need to
Good
understand
cuppage.
is that the hand lingers a little longer than you'd want it to.
Wanted
Just
to.
sultry whisper.
You don't know how long I
Well,
wanted to.
I mean, listen, your persuasion is your persuasion, but the hand lingers longer than maybe some people want it to.
Years later, when Bash is running his presidential campaign, it'll be brought up.
So what about this
Several
one time
people-
that you fucking touched this monk who was on the ground? He was on the ground prone, and you just fucking grabbed his ass.
Several members of the Wheelie Boys have come forward with.
Oh, it's so
Hole,
dark.
okay? Like there was no need for that.
Man, that's this story's coming together real true to life, huh? It's
On that note, yeah.
You just gotta grab him by the ass.
Roland becomes an apologist, a Bash apologist.
It was all welcomed.
Abandon my attempts to
He
befriend
saved me.
Akamenos and just go.
Like how they were dressed, how
dressed.
much I needed him to lay his hands on me until he did.
Something
No, I
about him
never
dealing with
observed
those
anything
5 hit points.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
it was all
Never
appropriate
laid his
ass
hands
touching.
on me, you know.
All right, it's been fun, guys.
Well, Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Night, everyone.
Next week.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.